Most distinguished colleagues, have examined and approved the second votes and proceedings of Thursday, 27 June 2024. Honorable colleagues, aware that this is the commencement of the second section of the 10th House of Representatives of the 10th Most distinguished colleagues are aware that this is the commencement of the second section of the 10th House of Representatives. The Speaker has sent a remark. Unfortunately, he's not here today. He's handling other very important national event outside the FCT. So I'll be reading to the House the remark from the Speaker of the 10th House of Representatives, Right Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, PhD. Yan Zhao Zhao. So the wordings are his, but the voice is mine. Honorable colleagues, it is with immense joy and excitement that I welcome you all back to the People's House as we mark the commencement of the second section of the 10th House of Representatives. I hope that we all enjoyed a meaningful Eid al-Adha celebration with our families, constituents, and friends. On the 13th of June 2023, we were inaugurated into this House with a shared commitment to be the strong voice and champions of our constituents. We made a solemn pledge to uphold the principles of democracy, justice, and progress. Today, as we reflect on our first section, I am proud to say that we have not only honored that pledge, but have exceeded all expectations. Let me join all of you in offering our deepest gratitude to Almighty God for preserving our lives and sustaining us in this legislative journey. I congratulate and commend each and every one of you for the hard work, for the commitment, for the unity, for the forthrightness and patriotism with which you have served our nation in the past year. Together, we have faced national challenges head-on. We have debated passionately. We have legislated wisely. And we have upheld the values that define us as a democratic society. Most distinguished colleagues, over the past year, we have regrettably bid farewell to some of our beloved colleagues. Honorable Abdul Kadir Dambuga, representing Esa Sabon Bini in Sokoto State, and Honorable Esa Dogunyaro Gaki Babura in Jigawa State. Their absence is deeply felt within these hallowed chambers. May we pause to remember their dedication to public service, their commitment to their constituents, and their contribution to shaping our nation's future. We sincerely acknowledge and appreciate their services to the nation at large. Once again, we extend our heartfelt condolences to their families, their constituents, and indeed to the entire nation. May their departed soul find eternal rest. At the heart of this democratic journey has been the legislature an institution that epitomizes the participatory character of our democracy. The National Assembly, comprising the Senate and the House of Representatives, has played a pivotal role in ensuring that the aspirations and interests of Nigerians are represented. Laws are made for the peace and progress of the country, and the executive is at all times held accountable. Most distinguished colleagues, the 10th House, in its first section, has continued to uphold these tenets and the legacy of previous sections before us. Throughout our first section, each one of you has demonstrated unwavering dedication and integrity in carrying out our duties. We have engaged in robust debates. We have passed crucial legislation. We have conducted thorough oversight and stood firm in representing the diverse voices of our nation. Together, we have shown what true public service looks like. A public service that is selfless, that is principled, and that is committed to the common good of our people. We have passed numerous laws that have shaped our economic landscape, reformed key sectors, and strengthened our democratic institutions. Most distinguished colleagues, the House introduced 1,351 bills, the highest number in any first section since 1999. Out of this impressive number, 89 bills were passed, reflecting the House's commitment to legislative efficiency and effectiveness. Key bills include the Access to Higher Education Act 2024, popularly known as the Student Loan Bill, and the Electricity Act Amendment Bill 2023, which aims to enhance the efficiency and sustainability of Nigeria's electricity sector by promoting investment in renewable energy sources. Furthermore, the Federal Audit Service Act Amendment Bill 2023 strengthens financial oversight and transparency, ensuring better management of public funds and reducing corruption. Colleagues, additionally, 679 motions were introduced, setting a record for the number of motions in the first section of any parliament in Nigeria. One of the core functions of the legislature is oversight. Through public hearing, investigative committees, and rigorous debates, we have held the executive accountable, ensuring that public funds are used judiciously and that government policies are aligned with the needs of the people. Our oversight activities have led to significant outcomes, including recovering misappropriated funds and rectifying administrative inefficiencies. We have rigorously engaged citizens in our various activities out of the firm understanding that we are here at the people's instance. We have considered a good number of public petitions. We have prioritized constituency engagement and held productive citizens' town hall on budget consideration, electoral reform, and the articulation of legislative agenda. We couldn't have done otherwise given our appellation as the People's House. As we begin this second section, honorable colleagues, we must acknowledge that there are challenges ahead. Despite our efforts, Nigeria continues to grapple with issues of poverty, issues of unemployment, issues of inequality. The expectations of our constituents remain high, and they look up to us to address pressing issues such as security, economy, healthcare, education, and infrastructure. The gains of democracy must translate into tangible improvements in the lives of our citizens. As legislators, We are aware that our work is far from complete. We must continue to enact laws that promote economic growth, laws that promote social justice, and laws that promote environmental sustainability. In this regard, it is imperative that we strengthen our institutions and enhance our legislative processes. We must invest in capacity building for legislators and staff, improve our data collection and analysis capabilities, and foster greater collaboration with civil society and private sector. Transparency, accountability, and public participation must remain the cornerstone of our legislative agenda. As I noted in my July 4, 2023 speech, this House has been called upon to serve at one of the most challenging times in our nation's history. However, it is a privilege to serve as members of this esteemed House at such a critical juncture in Nigeria's history. Our nation faces numerous challenges, yet it is precisely during times like these that strong leadership and decisive actions are needed most. We have been entrusted with the responsibility to steer our country towards a brighter future, and I have full confidence in our collective ability to rise to the occasion. Let me at this juncture renew my pledge as your Speaker to remain fair and open to all, irrespective of our political views and affiliations. I serve you as a servant leader, committed to upholding the principles of democracy and ensuring that every voice is heard in this hallowed chamber. I humbly acknowledge that my role as Speaker places me as a first among equals in this august assembly. I do not see myself as a boss, but rather as a facilitator of dialogue, a preserver of order, and a champion of democratic ideals. We are all colleagues here, united by our shared commitment to serving the people who have entrusted us with their hopes and aspirations. Each of us bring unique perspective and experiences to this House, and it is through collaborations and mutual respect that we can truly serve the interests of our nation. I pledge to uphold the values of inclusivity, transparency, accountability, and respect for all in all our deliberations and actions. Most distinguished colleagues, together let us demonstrate to our constituents that their trust in us is not misplaced, and that we are worthy stewards of their hopes and their aspirations. On this note, I am pleased to announce, as most of us are already aware, that from the 3rd to the 5th of July 2024, we will be hosting the 2024 House Open Week as part of the activities marking the conclusion of our first section and the commencement of the second section of this 10th House. The event will kick off with the presentation of the House scorecard detailing our achievements and challenges over the past year. We will also have the honor of hosting prominent Nigerians and former presiding officers who will share their perspective on our performance during this period. This reflective section will provide valuable insight into our strengths and areas for improvement. Various engagements have been planned over 3 days.
Hello, mascot. Take your seat, mascot.
Various engagements have been planned over 3 days to discuss the strategic legislative priorities outlined in our legislative agenda. These sections are designed to facilitate discussions, facilitate debates, reflections on our deliberations, celebrate our achievements, and reaffirm our commitment to serving with integrity and diligence. It is my hope that this event will not only strengthen our bonds as colleagues, but also reinforce our dedication to fulfilling our legislative duties with excellence. I urge every member to actively participate in this event over the 3 days. It is for this reason that we have decided to suspend sitting for Wednesday and Thursday to allow for more robust engagement with our constituents. Your engagement, your input, and your commitment are crucial in ensuring that we collectively chart a course that aligns with the interests of those we represent. Let us seize this opportunity to engage meaningfully with our people, exchange ideas, and work towards common goals for the betterment of our nation. Let me use this opportunity to register the appreciation of the House to our development and technical partners who have supported the House during the first section and have continued to do so. The United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, the UN Women, Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, FCDO, of the United Kingdom, the UN Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, Nigerian Office, the UN CEDAW, Conrad Adenauer Stephen Foundation, CAS, Policy and Legal Advocacy Center, PLAC, YAGA Africa, Nigerian Economic Summit Group, Ford Foundation, PEAR, CISLAC, and many others. As we commence the second section of this House, we look forward to more robust partnership. May God continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria and guide us all in all our endeavors. Thank you. This is a message or remark from His Excellency, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, PhD, Yan Zhao Zhao. And this remark is well received by the House. Yeah, a hand clap for the Speaker will also do. Thank you very much. The Speaker will hear. Honorable colleagues, there is an announcement from Right Honorable Halim Ibrahim, Deputy Majority Leader. This is to announce the passing of former Chief of Defense Staff, Admiral Ibrahim Ogohi, retired. He died on Sunday, 30th June 2024, after brief illness. He has since been buried, according to Islamic rites, in his hometown of Ukura, Dekina Local Government, Kogi State. May Allah have mercy on his gentle soul and admit him to Janatul Fideus. Amen. May we observe a minute silence in his honor. Shall we rise, please? May the soul of the departed rest in perfect peace. Most distinguished colleagues, any member who has a petition to present to the House may please rise to do so. Let me also use this opportunity to announce that the order paper is filled up. So when we give you time, please manage your time well. We are determined to finish everything on the order paper today so that all your voices will be heard. But please, manage your time well when you are given the opportunity. Thank you very much. Any member who has a petition to present, please may rise to do so.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My honorable colleagues, I remain Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Famous Adesua Asawaru. I represent the good people of Orion Hode Federal Constituency of Edo State, a very proud Benin chief. Mr. Speaker, I have a petition here from Prosperity Law Firm on behalf of the good people of Enya community in Hode local government, which is part of my federal constituency. This is a complaint of deliberate marginalization of the interest of indigenes of Enya community by the Nigerian bottling company, also known as Coca-Cola. Mr. Speaker, this was ably signed on their behalf by IP Igwan Esquire. Mr. Speaker, the prayers here include for Nigerian bottling company, also known as Coca-Cola, to do what is right and honor the MOU signed with the community about 20 years ago. Mr. Speaker, I seek the leave of the House and Speaker to tender this petition.
Leave is hereby granted. You may now lay a petition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes. Go ahead with your petition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Paul Ekpo. I represent the people of Etinan, Nsetibom, Nsetubiom. I'm from Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, this morning I have a petition written by U. Peters Associate. The petition has to do with the payment of outstanding consultancy fees for the construction, completion of auditorium complex, library resource center complex, and others, including male hostel, nautical complex, academy master's plan, design up to maritime university status, terraces in auditorium, and 2011 capital project, submitted, received by Maritime Academy of Nigeria, ORON, and used by them to secure approvals and appropriations to release of the funds in 2011. The petition here is signed by 11 associate companies, named architect Dr. Uduak Peter Umo, Beko Consulting Engineers, Gabe and Debo Associate, Technopark Limited, EdTech Consultant, Gerebon Consultant, and the rest. Mr. Speaker, the prayers is that the House so direct the new management of Maritime Academy to pay the balance of consultancy fees as the previous management had paid part in 2012. Mr. Speaker, I seek the leave of the House to present this petition. Thank you.
You may now lay a petition. Leave is hereby granted. Any other petition? Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Peter Aniekwe, representing the good people of Anambra East and West. I'm from Anambra State. Mr. Speaker, I have a petition here from Dr. George Ubo. The petition is against the Honorable Minister of Interior and the Controller General of Nigerian Correctional Service to release Major General Omar M. Mohammed on allegation of kidnapping him and keeping him at Kuje prison without warrant for 1 week. Mr. Speaker, I have another petition from Dr. Stanley Obade. This petition is against Mr. Bagoni Yerema, who is Assistant Director of Finance in Federal Ministry of Transportation, for suspected cases of massive corruption, money laundering, gross abuse of public office by running private companies while in office. Mr. Speaker, I have the third one. This one is from Lieutenant Ubosi. This against Nigeria Ajib Company for overdue payment of rentage rates hold for Ashaka 1 standby camp. The last one, Mr. Speaker, still from the same person, and the petition is against the Ajib Oil Company Limited on behalf of the people of Obiaka community. Mr. Speaker, if I may have your leave to go and lay those petitions.
Leave is hereby granted. You may now lay your petition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Joshua Audu Ghana, member representing Lavun Mokwa Edati Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Niger State. I rise to lay a petition on behalf of Olubayo Kainde and partners, estate surveyors and valuers, a petition against Aetio Eastern Exploration and Production Company Limited for the refusal to pay up their contractual obligations on services fully rendered to them. Mr. Speaker, the global polluter pay principle by NOSDRA is mandatory on every exploration company operating in Nigeria, and this company is seeking the House to intervene, having done all their services, that they be paid by Aetio Eastern Exploration Production Company. The prayers is that the House will intervene to direct Aetio Eastern Exploration and Production Company to pay up their balance, and it is signed by the lead partner of this company. I seek the leave of the House to lay this petition before the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Leave is hereby granted. You may now lay a petition. Yes, Attorney.
Thank you, distinguished Speaker.
The father of all petitions.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleagues, welcome to the second section of the 10th Assembly. I wish us the best that will represent Nigeria more well. Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleagues, I have several petitions, but by the leave of the Speaker, I will present just two. One is by the aggrieved and exploited group of clients of Evasive Standard Alliance Insurance Company. Mr. Speaker, the petition dated is petition against Standard Alliance Insurance Company for non-payment of insurance policy claims, annuity, and pension. Mr. Speaker, the prayers are on the body of the petition, and I seek the leave of the Speaker to lay the same. Equally, Mr. Speaker, I have another petition signed by the members of Zamfara House of Assembly, by name Honorable Bashir Ali, Honorable Bashir Abubakar, Honorable Amiru Ahmed, Honorable Bashir Bello, Honorable Ibrahim Titi, Honorable Farouk Musa, Honorable Nasiru Abdulhahim, Honorable Hassan. Mr. Speaker, the petitioners are invoking Section 119 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic to seek that this House intervene in what is happening in Zamfara House of Assembly. Mr. Speaker, with your kind permission, I wish to lay this petition before this House. I so move.
Leave is hereby granted. You may now lay a petition. Yes, I think that should be the last petition. You still have many? Okay, let's have it.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Abdulgani Adele Ayuba is my name. I speak for and on behalf of Alimosho Federal Constituency, the most populated federal constituency in the country. Mr. Speaker, I rise to crave the indulgence of the Honorable House to allow me present the petition from one of my constituents, named Motiu Adeshino Yinika. It's a petition against the DHL Courier Company. It's seeking the dungeon of this House to step into its matter against mismanagement and mishandling of its parcel by the Courier Company. And secondly, calling on the Attorney General and Minister of Justice of the Separate Republic of Nigeria to do the needful in terms of resolving this naughty breach of his right. Mr. Speaker, if I'm allowed, I seek the leave of this Honorable House to allow me present the petition, sir.
Thank you. Leave is hereby granted. You may now lay a petition.
Thank you.
Yes, more PhD.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the Speaker. My name is Honorable Dr. Patrick Umar. I represent the entire people of Ikore Kwene Sienudum, Obodokara Federal Constituency. The Speaker, I'm from Akwa Ibom State. The Speaker, I rise this morning to present two petitions. The first is a petition authored by Ume Kalu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, on the urgent need to avert imminent ecological disaster on residents of Trademore Estate, Lugbe, Abuja. Mr. Speaker, the petition seeks several prayers, but particularly that the 10th House of Representatives directs the Ecological Project Office and the FCDA to extend their special intervention by expanding 3-cell tunnel bridge in front of Trademore Estate to an 8-cell tunnel bridge for purpose of allowing the free flow of water that runs from Garaki all the way to Aleta Dam. Such other prayers are as stated on the body of the petition. Again, Mr. Speaker, another petition which is titled Petition Regarding the Discontinuation of Pension Payment by Nigeria Police Force Pensions Limited. This is authored by ASP Etim Udo Nsot retired, whose pensions have not been paid for many months or a year going. And he seeks the support of this House and the direction of this House to ensure that he has his due from the Nigeria Police Force Pensions Limited. Mr. Speaker, may I crave your indulgence to lay these two petitions before this House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. More PhD. Leave is hereby granted. You may now lay a petition. I think that's the last petition we have for the day. All petitions are hereby referred to Committee on Public Petitions. Most distinguished colleagues, like we mentioned earlier, the order paper is filled up. So we are going to do strict time management. And I'm actually seeking your cooperation so that we can give voice to all the people who, through their motions, want to say something today, or through their bills, want to say something. So when you are giving the platform, please straight to the point, abridge it where necessary so that most people will be accommodated. I know I can count on you. Thank you. Any member who has a matter of urgent public importance to present to the House may please rise to do so. Is the minority leader in the House? Minority leader in the House? Minority leader, why are you exchanging your seat? Are you planning anything? The floor is yours for your urgent public importance.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues. Kingsley Chinda. I represent Tobiabo Federal Constituency. I'm an Ikwere man from Rivers State. My dear colleagues, I rise to seek your leave that I take a matter of urgent public importance this morning. I draw strength from Order 8, Rule 5 of the House Rules, and the matter is one that has to do with the outbreak of cholera in the country. I think it is one that requires urgent input, discussion, and perhaps a legislative solution that we can provide to it. So I pray that you see it as urgent and important enough for us to discuss this matter this morning. I so move, sir.
Any seconder to that first leg of the motion that is urgent? Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Not you, leader.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Chief Mitema Obodo, speaking for Ogbea Federal Constituency. I'm from Bayelsa State. Mr. Speaker, I think the motion before this humble house, this great house, is urgent enough, and I hereby second the first leg of the motion. Thank you.
Motion moved, motion seconded. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The second leg of the motion that is urgent to be heard now. Any seconder? I want to come this way. Any seconder? Yes.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I'm Honorable Said Yusuf Miga. I represent Jahun Miga Federal Constituency. I am from Jigawa State. I rise to second the first leg of the motion. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion is urgent to be heard now say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. You may now move your motion.
Thank you, my dear colleagues. The Right Honorable Speaker. This motion is on the urgent need to check the outbreak of cholera in Nigeria, and it is sponsored by my humble self and two other members, Dr. Adesola Adedayo and Honorable Khadija Buka Ibrahim. The House notes with very serious concern the recent outbreak of cholera in Nigeria, in Lagos State, as well as several other parts of the country. The House also notes that the latest outbreak of the disease in the country, which has been reported and confirmed by the National Center for Disease Control, NCDC, raises very serious public health concern for the government and citizenry alike. The House notes also that the outbreak of the disease, which was first widely reported in Lagos State, is now reported to have spread to other parts of the country, with several casualties and deaths reported. The House is aware that health is of utmost importance and one of the key areas that government ought to give priority attention in order to enhance the well-being and overall welfare of the people. The House is also aware that according to NCDC, while the latest outbreak of the disease have been reported in Lagos and 31 other states across the country, including Abia, Bayelsa, Bauchi, Cross River, Delta, Imo, Nasarawa, Katsina, and Zamfara states, amongst others. The House is concerned about the public and personal health of teeming Nigerians, largely due to lack of access to clean water, poor sanitation, poor personal hygiene, etc. The House is worried that there is an urgent need for quick action or intervention by the federal and respective state governments to curb the disease from further spread across the country. The House is also worried that unless urgent and proactive steps and measures are immediately adopted, the disease would spread to several other places and possibly escalate than imagined, and this would not be good for the health of the citizenry and the country at large. The House is urged to resolve to urge the federal government and respective state governments to urgently put in place measures to effectively check the outbreak of cholera in the country. 2, mandate the House Committees on Information, National Orientation, Ethics and Values to oversee the rigorous public orientation, enlightenment, and education of the citizenry on the need to maintain personal hygiene at all times by relevant government agencies. 3, mandate the House Committee on Healthcare Services to urgently liaise with relevant stakeholders in the health sector to investigate the root cause and solutions to the outbreak and report back to the House within 2 weeks for further legislative action or intervention. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to this? Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I remain Honorable Bargaja Mohammed, member representing good people of Isa and Southern Benin. I'm from Sokoto State. I raise to second the motion ably by my leader, Honorable Chinda. Mr. Speaker, I so second.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to Committee on Information and National Orientation, as well as House Committee on Healthcare Services. Is Honorable Jaha in the House? Yes, please. You are matter of urgent public importance.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. Ame Jaha Baba is my name. I represent Chibok, Damboa, and Goza Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, including the remaining 84 not yet recovered Chibok girls. I rise to seek refuge from the provision of Order 8, Rule 5, to bring up a matter of urgent public importance on the need to condemn in strong terms the twin and multiple suicide bombing in my constituency. I so move.
Any seconder to this? I would like to go back here. All the way back, Dr. Adebayo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and my honorable colleagues. My name is Dr. Adeshola Adedayo. I represent the good people of Apapa. I am from Lagos State. I rise this morning to second the motion that we hear the matter of urgent public importance presented by my honorable colleague. I so move.
Thank you. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The second leg of the motion, I'm coming here. Yes, behind the red cap. Yes. Not you, Ajilo.
Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Daniel Asama. I represent the people of Bassa and Just North Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Plateau State. I beg to move that this motion be heard the second leg. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Ago. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. You may now lead your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. The recent bomb blast that occurred on Saturday, the 29th day of June 2024, targeted a wedding, a funeral service, and a hospital in coordinated attacks in Goza local government of Borno State. Also note that this heinous act of terror has resulted in the loss of not less than 30 innocent lives and caused immeasurable grief and suffering to the affected communities, with many battling with their lives at the various hospitals. Further note that the despicable nature of this attack underscores the ongoing threats posed by terrorism in our nation. It is imperative that we, as representatives of people, stand united in condemning such acts of violence and reaffirm our commitment to ensuring the safety and security of our citizens. Cognizance of the fact that there is a pressing need for our security agencies to enhance their intelligence gathering capabilities and engage more effectively with local communities to prevent the reoccurrence of such tragic incidents in the future. Intelligence gathering is a critical tool in the fight against terrorism, and it is essential that our security forces have the necessary resources and support to gather timely and actionable intelligence to prevent attacks before they occur. Also recognize that community engagement plays a vital role in building trust and cooperation between security forces and local residents. By fostering strong relationship with communities, our security agencies can gather valuable information, identify potential threats, and disrupt terrorist activities before they escalate into violence. Therefore, I call upon this honorable House to pass the following resolution. First, to condemn the twin suicide bombs in Goza and urge our security agencies to intensify their effort in intelligence gathering and community engagement. Two, the House sent a strong message that terrorism has no place in our society and that we are committed to taking all necessary measures to protect the lives and security of our citizens. Three, observe a minute's silence in honor of the departed souls. Then four, invite the House Committee on National Security and Intelligence to investigate the matter and report back to the House in the next 2 weeks. I humbly seek the support of my esteemed colleagues in passing this motion as stated above to demonstrate our solidarity with the people of Goza and our unwavering commitment to ensuring the safety, security of all Nigerians. Mr. Speaker, I will be happy after moving the motion and accordingly seconded to have 1 or 2 minutes to elaborate. I so move. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I think I need this to be seconded. Honorable Akume.
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished and wonderful colleagues, my name is Rep. Regina Akume, representing Bokotaka constituency. I rise this afternoon to second the motion ably presented by my colleague. I so second. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Akume. Those in support of this motion say aye.
Excuse, sir.
You want to say something?
Yes, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the rare opportunity to at least...
But make it very brief. It's a straightforward motion.
Yes, it's a very straightforward motion. I just want House, if they may be interested, to know that the 30 young men who lost their lives ranges between the ages of 35 downward, including teenagers and infants, celebrating wedding ceremony of their friend in a public place close to a public park, just to intensify and tell the whole House the degree of the lost Nigerians recorded just on Saturday, 29th day. Secondly, in addition to the 30, more than 136 people are critically injured and are receiving treatment in various hospitals in Maiduguri. Thirdly, I want us to know that the suicide bombers, after identifying their faces, it was discovered that they were recruited, they were drugged, they were brainwashed, and they were imported to come to Gaza from somewhere to cause this issue. They came in uniform, what is normally called in the northern part of Nigeria anko. They are wearing the same color of uniform. So it's a wake-up call for everybody in the country. If you see this kind of thing, they are more or less security threat. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we cannot continue to be complacent. Complacency is one of the reasons why this thing happened in my constituency. Complacency on the part of the people and complacency on the part of the security agencies. Simply because the terrorists left northeast to some extent or relieved northeast of their pressure and moved to north central and northwest, now our people were relaxed. The security measures we used to take for searching, screening, putting surveillances, we have relaxed that. On the part of security agencies also, there was this kind of complacency. Terrorism is not over until when it is over. So I'm using this opportunity to inform our colleagues, this is the situation we have, and our security agencies, as well as our citizens, must stand up to their obligations to prevent the reoccurrence of this event everywhere in the country. Thank you very much for supporting the motion.
Thank you very much. It's actually a very important issue in this country, and I think we'll get one or two contributions on that, even though our other paper is filled up. But I was shocked when I heard this news. I was in South Africa attending the African Union Parliament, and it came as a shock, and I'm sure it shocked a lot of Nigerians when innocent people were slaughtered the way they were. Let me give the first opportunity to Dasuke to make his contribution. Then after that, I come to Honorable Jimmy. Make it very brief, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I remain Abdusamad Dasuki, representing Kebetambua from Sokoto State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, let me start with commiserating my colleague, Honorable Jaha, on what happened over the weekend, which we have not had in a long time, which has to do with suicide bombing. And at the same time, Mr. Speaker, I want to use this opportunity to commiserate with the people of Jibia in Katsina State who, had an attack just 24 hours ago. And at the same time, commiserate with the people in Sokoto with the attacks that have been happening recently between Sokoto and Gusau Road, which unfortunately we lost the Deputy Vice Chancellor just a little over a week ago. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, this is one too many. Please permit me to highlight something that happened in Katsina just last week when the Northwest leaders came together, to deliberate with regards to security, not only in the Northwest, but in Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, in the course of that summit, the Vice President, made a presentation there where he made mention that the President specifically brought Northerners to be in charge of security-related agencies and ministries. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, in April this year, the National Security Advisor was also in Sokoto, and he was talking about the same issue, that the President deliberately chose Northerners to head the defense and security agencies. Where am I heading to, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues? In the last 1 year that we got inaugurated into this House, there is one too many. Mr. Speaker, I think it's high time. We've had jailbreaks, nobody has been sacked. People are killed, nobody has been sacked. It's high time we find somebody responsible. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, if we don't take any action, it's almost 15 years. And this House that we pride, which I believe we are, the House of the people, the earlier we look for scapegoats, which are justifiable, these guys have not lived up to expectations. The President has said, I've given Northerners this position to defend, your people. That is what he said practically. So now, every single day, we have a minimum of 3 security-related motions, and lives are gone. So I think it's high time we come here as a resolution, have as a resolution, because we have a lot of these resolutions. I think more than 50% of the resolutions of the 10th Assembly are security related. So let's find culprits. We have our committees that are living up to expectations. They can research this. They can look at those that have not done what is expected from them, and somebody should be held responsible so that those that are coming behind, we know that if you don't do what is expected from you, then you are going to get out of where you are. And on that note, I might propose that, look, we can call on the president to sack all security political appointees. All political, it's 10 months. All of them have been in office for 10 months. Even if you are given a job, you have a probation of 10 months. If you're not living up to expectation, you don't get your confinement after 1 year. So political appointees, security-wise, all of them, they can get fired. And those that can live up to expectations should come over. And every now and then, we have this debate here. 1, 2, 3 months, if this continues and they know that you are not living up to expectation, are going to get sacked, tendency of sitting down and doing what is expected will be there. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, is the issue of welfare of members of the armed forces. I think while we are hitting, on them at the same time, or member of security-related agencies, we have to look at the welfare of those that are there on a daily basis, day and night, to make sure that we sleep with our 2 eyes closed. I think the committees have enough motions or resolutions to look at. Let's look at their welfare. Is it commensurate to what they're doing? So, honorable colleagues, Mr. Speaker, this is my little contribution. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well spoken. I must say that's okay, well spoken, and passionately so. As a true Nigerian, it's very clear whether it's happening in the north or south or west or east, it's Nigeria. It's Nigeria. And until we come to a point where a pain in the north is a pain in the south, and a pain in the south is a pain in the north, we are not yet Nigerians. Our being true citizens of this country reflects on how we share this burden together. It's painful. And I share in the pain of those from the affected states. It's not only in the north. Just 2 days ago or 3 days ago, policemen were shot again in Abia State for doing nothing at their duty posts. So it's a national issue. And this calls for concern, especially for the heads of the committees in charge of the security agencies. I hope we are doing the right oversight. I hope we are doing the right oversight. That is the duty of Parliament. That's the duty of Parliament. Our duty is not to be friends with those we are oversighting. Our duty is to put our feet down on behalf of Nigerians and make sure that they get their job done well and make them accountable. It's our duty as Parliament. Anything short of that is unparliamentary. I want to hear more people discuss this. Let's hear from Jimmy, the Chairman Defense.
Thank you very much, honorable colleagues. Right, honorable Speaker, I remain Baba Jimmy Benson. I represent the very good people of the Ikorodu Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, it is indeed a sad day. The crime was heinous. It was barbaric, to say the least. Our youth from 35 and below were killed by a heinous and dastardly act by a suicider. Thank God, Honorable Jara told us the post-intelligence report. He said that the perpetrators were all dressed in what is called ANCO uniform. They knew where they came from. This same post-intelligence that was gathered after the dastardly act. My surprise is that, or my urge, or my request, is that we should put all hands on deck, that the all-society approach strategy should be used to detect these type of actions before they happen. That is why I would always suggest that the committee which you chair on constitutional review should please prioritize state police. the amount of men and women we have in uniform is not commensurate to the amount of men we need to have. We need to recruit as many people as possible. These young people that are unemployed can find solace and hope in being in one state, in a state police, a local government police arrangement. We need to put them into the formal system so that they get jobs that are pensionable, they begin to have hope for a better tomorrow. Why do our youth get indoctrinated? They get indoctrinated because there's no hope, there's no job. But we have the capacity to absorb as many of them as possible. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, you're chairman of the Committee on Constitutional Reform. Please, 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 let's expedite this. The only way we can eradicate insecurity is if we give hope to our teeming youth. There's a nexus between insecurity and development. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Well said. Well said. And I can assure you the Committee on Constitutional Review is prioritizing security-related bills before us, and we are pushing it. And with your support, I'm sure we'll be able to plug that as one of the solutions to this Hydra-headed problem. Honorable Wase, before you speak, I want to give you a younger brother, Yusuf, opportunity to say something, but make it very brief.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yusuf Adamugagdi is my name. I represent Panshinkanke Kanam Federal Constituency and I'm from Plateau State. Mr. Speaker, from your voice, the voice of the motion mover and the contributors, it speaks volume that what is happening is not palatable because you speak with emotions and humility, and I'm going to tow that perspective. I have one thing to say. Complacency that the motion mover did mention in the part of the community, the people, in the part of the of the security agency, and I will add in the part of the government. Why did I say this, Mr. Speaker? We are here to represent Nigerians. From the inception of insecurity problem in Nigeria, I cannot see a clear deterrent that was served on any person that attacks on people of Nigeria was meted as a result of his complacency. Until and unless we begin to hold people responsible and accountable, people will be posted to particular areas and the people of that area's lives are not being protected. And you cannot hear like it happened during military juntas, that someone is called to account for neglecting his responsibility that led to a particular act. Government must try to call people accountable for that. Then, Mr. Speaker, security expert knows that solving security problem is not equally about the holding of bombs or AK-47 by the security agencies against these infidels. So it has to do with the economic standard living condition of the people. Government must equally centralize its energies and actions on improving the welfare and the standard living condition of the people. The Almajiris on the streets that turn to be what they are, and a lot of people that have no access to other amenities by government, state government, local government, and federal government. When we improve that, it goes a long way with solving security problem. Finally, Mr. Speaker, my little adjustment is this. I don't think the security apparatus is being charged by a particular region, like my brother Dasuki did say. The Inspector General of Police is not from Northern Nigeria. The Chief of Army Staff is not from Northern Nigeria. So this thing, we must discuss it as Nigerians, and we must equally, like you did say, security-related committee must live up to their expectation by calling the agencies they are superintending and conducting oversight under to account for what they are doing, that the breakdown in law and order must come to an end. This is not the fault of the president. Mr. Speaker, if we do our job here as a National Assembly, oversight this agency the way you advise that we should oversight, not make them our friends, not make them our enemy, but make them the agency that we superintend over, and bring constructive findings on this hallowed chamber for us to debate on. I am sure every head of security agency would live up to expectation. But I support my brother Dasuki too, that we cannot continue to keep people in position where they are incapacitated, where they cannot discharge their responsibility. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. I actually like it when we have time to deliberate on issues like this so that the content of what the parliament is made of is shown in the quality of debate that you have given so far. And I hope as time goes on, we'll have less on our other paper to allow you ventilate on issues of national importance. That is the reason why we are here. Not for the titles, not for all the things that comes with the office, but to represent those people who are not, who doesn't have voice, who are voiceless. And the debate has been going in the manner that reflects our true patriotism for this country. Let me hear the former Deputy Speaker of this great House.
Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, my name is Issa Medidris. I represent Wasai, Federal Constituency Plateau State, by the grace of God, member of this parliament. The Speaker, respected colleagues, I want to thank you for the opportunity given to me to add my voice on the current debate. First, to pay my condolences to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, my brother, Honorable Jaha, the people of Borno State, for the loss of these very great men and women, children, infants that we have recorded so far. And not only in those areas, like my brother did mention, Katsina, I heard of it last week. There was something between Sapele and Kaduna, almost every part of this country. And that's why I want to appreciate what my brother, Honorable Gagdi, mentioned. And what you mentioned, I was humbled by the tune of your own contribution while sitting on the chair, that we should discuss as Nigerians, that we should do away with what is called regional, and that's what is dividing us more instead of integrating us. And as far as I'm concerned, this matter of security is for all of us. It's about the entirety of the nation. There's no part of this country that is safe. And we should not pretend to this. And I want to thank you very much for charging us, those of us who are chairman of committee, to live up to our own responsibility, to be members of parliament that will speak to the people, for the people, and on behalf of the people, and speak for ourselves. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. My brother on Tajuddin, the other time, mentioned about the welfare, what is being done in advanced country, as he was also a former ex-service person in that particular community, U.S. Army particularly. Of course, welfare is something we should speak about. But I want to believe, too, that there are some nitty-gritties that we do not have to come to the floor of the House to begin to mention. Even the information divulged to us that they came in uniform. You are also alerting them in one way or the other that this other one has been discovered, and they will go to do another device. And I do not want us to always be emotional on issues like this. But let's be factual. The emotional could come only in executive sessions. As we get emotional, we always divulge the strategy and discoveries, and by one way or the other, we are sabotaging the efforts of the security agents. And by implication, escalating what is going on. Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, I think the security agencies are doing more than sufficient, particularly, and I believe you are reading your reports, the Department of the State Security Service. But the issue is this: accountability, holding some people has been lacking in terms of what really goes wrong. And I give you an example, Mr. Speaker. Over the period of time that we have had issues on the plateau, just of recent, the DSS, I read somewhere, I stumbled on it,
They did an excellent job, arrested some people right from here, from Gwagwalada. Those who are supplying arms, to this moment, nobody has been prosecuted. And that brings back to the issue of accountability. Somebody must be held responsible. Heads must roll. Any attempt to run away from that, we are just doing politics. And playing politics with lives of Nigerians, I think it's a wake-up call. Your statement is a wake-up call. And what is happening in other African countries, particularly what happened in Kenya, we should not deceive ourselves. Let us not allow the people out there to come and chase us out here. I think we have a lot to offer, and we should be seen to be doing a lot for this country. The country has done more than sufficient for us. For you to be here as a member of parliament is sufficient grace. There are more than 200 million Nigerians out there. The Dangotes, the Obas, the Emirs cannot come here until you suspend your rule. It means then we have a favor. And that favor should be converted, should be utilized in the interest of our own nation, just like we sought to uphold the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, we are playing a lot of politics with the last of Nigerians. The issue of state police, sir, I will tell you for free, I will not vote for it. You know what the governors are doing, how they are cajoling, how they are manipulating the states. If you say give them that power, you are going to run from...
it's not yet time for debate on the state police.
Mr. Speaker, my personal opinion.
Yeah, when that time comes, we'll be given time. We all know what's
going on, sir. It is about doing the right thing. The state governors are there. You see, Jaha did mention what happened in his own community. They were the one mobilizing, paying money from their pocket. They are complaining they cannot pay 60,000 naira now for minimum wage. You want to go and add another branch of problem to them, and at the end of the day, you will arm them, and then they will have more sophisticated armed robbers in the country. Mr. Speaker, we need to speak to ourselves. First, to assess the number of the security agencies in the country. Are they commensurate to our population in terms of policing? They are not. We are just to employ 10,000. Till today, we are playing politics with it. The list have not been released. Training have not commenced. Is it about state policing? No. Mr. Speaker, I want to respect and ask my colleagues that we need to ask for occasion. But the most important thing, the motion moved by Honorable Linda in Chinda the other time, that we need to go into executive session, discuss this matter. We need to do that urgently. And I want to beg Mr. Speaker that before we go on recess, because I know very soon, by our calendar, we are going on recess. We need to carry out this function. Otherwise, every morning we come here, say one motion, pray for another, for 1 minute silence, and then tomorrow we'll come back again, and if you compute, the loss of man-hour that was supposed to contribute is also huge and great.
Okay, do you wish to amend the prayer to include that? Do we want to come by way of amendment to include it now?
No, we can take this motion, but I'm saying that...
Or you want to come as a separate motion?
There was a motion, that was a prayer that was answered but in the House, that the House need to go into executive session to discuss security matters. It has not been done. That prayer was answered about two weeks ago.
Clerk, you will bring me the House resolution number and present it to the leadership so that we'll look at it and call for executive section to do this.
Sir. And lastly, sir, if we must solve this matter, it's high time now to respect our own standing orders.
We do what?
Our standing orders. Committees are expected to be returning reports, be laid for discussion and consideration. I don't think we have had that one. We keep sending motions, the civil compliance, what are they doing? What are the other standing committees doing as they give them the motion? It is there in our House standing order. We were supposed to be having consideration of reports.
Okay, this discussion is in line with the security issue?
Yes, sir. And
security committees?
Yes, sir. If we are doing that, I think it will also help in sorting out and dealing with the matter.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. I think we have really analyzed this much. If I allow, everybody would like to speak on it, because it has to do with what concerns all of us. You've raised pertinent issues. I'm sure we're going to look into those issues that you raised. So, the same with other people who spoke. today. I think we'll just put the question, and everybody who have comment to make, wait until we go for the executive section. Please, let me finish. Those who have issues to discuss on security, like the former Deputy Speaker advised, and I said it's actually in order, let us wait when we go into executive section because it has to do with security matters. There we can adumbrate better. All right? So I'll just put the question. What's your point of order?
Mr. Speaker, my name is Hart Cyril Godwin. I represent the fabulous people of Boni Degema Federal Constituency. I'm from Rivers State. My point of order is on personal explanation. Mr. Speaker, I have noticed, with due respect to you, Mr. Speaker.
You say your point of order is?
Personal explanation. I have noticed, Mr. Speaker, with due respect to you, Mr. Speaker, each time you preside, you do not give preference to first-timers. Look at the mover of the motion is a ranking member. Virtually everyone who contributed here were all ranking members. You need to allow for fresh ideas. You need to allow for fresh ideas, Mr. Speaker. Some of us, we know more than the old ranking members. Allow us to speak. I took time to listen. Virtually everyone who contributed here are all ranking members. And this is always what you do. And I don't like it. So if you allow me, I'll make my contribution, Mr. Speaker. You allow me, I'll make my contribution. This matter is very critical to our country.
All right. Thank you very much. You see, there is no discrimination in the parliament.
I have noticed it.
Yeah, please sit down. There is no discrimination in the parliament. It depends on where you raise your hand and the area we are focusing. Sometimes we'll give one per role. So if you happen not to be on that role, when we call for people to raise their hand there, it might elude you. I was also once a first-time member. And I knew that I was not discriminated against. So let's not make it first-time member or that's not the right way of discussing it. All right, so I want to put the question. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to Committee on National Security and Intelligence. Is Honorable Bello Shehu in the House, please? Please move your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my name is Barrister Mohammed Bello Shehu. I represent the people of Fagi Federal Constituency.
We'll listen to this motion first. If there's no 1 minute silence, we cannot do it, so that we don't start so many times. So let's take out the motion and then we'll do the 1 minute silence together. Thank you. So go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, I'm Barrister Mohammed Bello Shehu, representing the people of Fagi Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Kano State. Mr. Speaker, I raise this morning under the guise of Order 8, Rule 5, to move a motion of urgent public importance on the urgent need for the federal government to intervene on the menace of erosion and flood in Fagi Federal Constituency. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to this motion? Yes, Angelo?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues. Umar Ajilo is my name. I'm a member representing the very good people of Magharbikudan Federal Constituency. I am from the northwestern Nigeria of Kaduna State. I rise to second the first leg of the motions ably moved by my very good brother and friend from Kano State, I so second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Ajilo, from the New Members Forum. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The second leg of the motion will come here, please.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I am Bel Isa Ambarura, member representing Ilela Gwadaba from constituency. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I rise up to the second leg of motion, ably moved by my brother. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, distinguished colleagues.
Very much. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Please, you can now move your motion.
Thank you, honorable colleagues. The House notes that there is an ongoing disaster of flood and erosion in Kano as predicted by the National Flood Early Warning System, Center of the Federal Ministry of Environment, Abuja, in which Kano was listed among locations likely to witness heavy rainfall that might lead to flood and erosion within the period of prediction. A motion, Mr. Speaker, was brought to this House on the 25th of July 2023 by my humble self, stating the ordeal suffered by my constituents, and resolutions were made by the House, but unfortunately, actions is yet to be taken to that effect. Aware that Korungogau, Emma Tagabas, Darirawa particularly, Kwachiri, Sabon Birni, Alpha, Tudun Bujua, Alasawa, Jaba, Kwarin Akuya, and Kwakwachi, all in Fage Federal Constituency area of Kano State, are facing severe and destructive environmental degradation and poverty as a result of erosion and flood. Mr. Speaker, worried that as a result of this erosion and flood, industrial activities and commercial activities are shattered and sources of income have been wrecked, which in effect has led to low food production, and these environmental degradations need to be addressed and their effects need to be reduced on the populace. Resolve, Mr. Speaker, to urge the Federal Ministry of Environment and the Ecological Fund Office to, as a matter of urgency, intervene by assessing the erosion problem with the view to ensuring the execution of erosion control and remediation projects at all the affected communities. Number two, to also urge the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, to supply relief materials to the affected areas. Number three, Mr. Speaker, number three, further urge the Federal Ministry of Works to rehabilitate and reconstruct the affected roads in the communities. I so move, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So straight to the point. Any seconder to that motion? Yes, Kelechi.
The right, Honorable Speaker. I remain Honorable Kelechi Nwogu. I'm from Rivers State, the treasure base of the nation. I rise to second the motion moved by my colleague. I so second.
Those in support of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to Committee on Ecology, House Committee on NEMA, and House Committee on Works. Honorable colleagues, because of our various holidays, a lot of matters of urgent public importance are before the chair. We'll try our best to accommodate as many as possible, but please, let's keep managing our time well, because these are actually very important issues and we cannot ignore them. Is Honorable Omar Datakura in the House?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Yusuf Umar Detti, member representing the good people of Kura, Madobi, and Garumal and Farah constituency.
Honorable Kura, remember to suspend the rule because this is I think it's the fourth one.
Yes, I rise this morning under Order 8, Rule 5, to present a motion on the need for urgent humanitarian assistance for victims of tragic accident in Imawa town of Kura local government, Kano State. May I seek the leave of the House to suspend the relevant House rules that allow me to take this motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. That was very straight to the point. Thank you. I really appreciate your management of time. Please, let's have a seconder. Yes? Yes, go ahead. Now you with the red cap. Is that Ginger? I can't see clearly from here, but Ginger, please second.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, very dear colleagues. My name is Ginger Onwusibe. I represent the people of Isiarangwa North, Isiarangwa South Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am an Ungwa man from Abia State. I rise this morning to second the motion as moved by my colleague. I so second.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ginger. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. There is a 1 minute silence in this prayer, just like there is one in the one moved by Honorable Jaha, so we're going to join it together. This particular motion is also referred to Committee on Road Safety and Committee on NEMA.
Mr. Speaker, I haven't even presented the motion yet. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you have already presented.
No.
Sorry, I was distracted here.
Yeah.
So please go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. The need for urgent humanitarian assistance.
Honorable Maki, serve as the whip of the House today, and please reduce the amount of people who come here so that we can focus, please.
Need for urgent humanitarian assistance for victims of tragic accident in Imawa town along Zaria Road, Zaria Kano Highway of Kura local government, Kano State. The House notes that on Friday, June 28, 2024, a tragic accident occurred in Imawa town along Zaria Kano Highway in Kura local government area of Kano State, when a truck with registration number MKA 537XN lost control and ran into pedestrians who had just concluded their Friday prayers, killing 14 people instantly and leaving several others sustaining several injuries. Also note that while the departed souls have since been buried according to Islamic rite, the situation has left the injured victims and the families of the departed in a very difficult condition that requires urgent humanitarian intervention. Worried that the alarming increase in accidents of reckless driving leading to tragic fatalities on our road is becoming a serious threat to the safety and well-being of all residents along highways. These incidents are often caused by drivers losing control of their vehicles due to overspeeding, dangerous overtaking, or failure to adhere to driving regulations. Aware that the loss of lives and the resultant grief for families and community cannot be overstated. While the frequency of these tragic incidents continue to rise, it is clear that immediate and decisive action is required to arrest and address this ugly incident. Resolves that the House observe 1 minute silence in honor of the departed innocent souls. Second, the House extends its compassion to the victims of this tragic accident by urging the National Emergency Management Agency and Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs to provide immediate relief materials and other emergency supplies to the families of the affected victims. Call on the Federal Road Safety Commission to intensify patrol activities on highways, particularly targeting reckless drivers, and ensure that such offenders face appropriate penalties that reflect the severity of their action. I so submit, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to this motion? Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. My name is Honorable Akita Tosuma Murtala Banye, member representing people of Batagarawa, Cheren Chirime Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Katsina State. I rise to second the motion heavily moved by my friend, honorable colleague. I so second.
Thank you very much. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The motion is referred to Committee on NEMA and Committee on Road Safety. Is Honorable Clement Jimbo in the House? Please take your motion.
Thank you very much, my dear Speaker, my wonderful colleagues. My name is Clement Jimbo. I represent the very good people of Abak at Mekbu, Ika Federal Constituency. I'm from Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, colleagues,
I will encourage you to abridge this, please, because it's too long, because we still have one or two more to take, please.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. As you guide, I will do exactly that, sir. I rise this afternoon to stand on Order 8, Rule 5, subsection 2.1 and 2.2, and plead with the House to move this motion of urgent public importance. It is on the urgent need to end food insecurity through mechanized agricultural revolution across the country. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to this motion? Yes, sir.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I'm Husseini Mohammed Jallo, representing the good people of the Federal Constituency of Kaduna State. I hereby second the motion heavily moved by my colleague. I so second. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Those in support of the, any seconder to the second leg of the motion? Any seconder? Yes, sir. No, not you. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I'm Honorable Akita Muhammad Mukhtar Zandan Kazauri, member representing Kazauri, Roni, Gwiwa, Enkwashi Federal Constituency. I rise to second the second leg of the motion ably moved by my colleague. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Please, you may not lead your motion, but make it very brief, please.
Thank you, my Speaker. The motion is on the urgent need to end food insecurity through mechanized agricultural revolution across the country. The House notes that the National Assembly is saddled with the responsibility and task of making laws for the peace, order, and good governance of the Federation, as enshrined in Section 4, subsection 2 of the Constitution as amended, cognizant on Section 16, subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, which states that the state shall, within the context of ideal and objectives for which provisions are made in this Constitution, harness the resources of the nation and promote national prosperity and an efficient, dynamic, and self-reliant economy. Also cognizant that according to Food and Agriculture Organization, agriculture remains the foundation of our country's economy providing livelihood for most Nigerians and generating millions of jobs. Acknowledges the effort of the federal government intervention strategies, which include release of fertilizers to farmers and grains to households, activation of land bank, among others. Aware that Nigeria has a total of 70.8 million hectares of agricultural land, of which 34 million hectares are arable land, which maize, rice, cassava, beans, yam, palm oil, etc. grow effectively with less soil improvement. Also aware that the Bureau of Statistics, with the support of World Bank and Food Agriculture Organization, recently released the National Agricultural Sample Census Report 2022 that captured a total of 40.2 million agricultural households in Nigeria. The report further states that agriculture remains a cornerstone of Nigeria's economy, supporting millions of livelihood and contributing significantly to the nation's GDP. Despite its importance, the sector has faced numerous challenges, including outdated and insufficient data.
Please, can you go to your prayers, please?
Effective planning and resources. I go to the prayers, Mr. Speaker. The House resolved accordingly and urged the federal government, in collaboration with state governments, to demarcate a minimum of 18,000 hectares of arable land in each of the 6 zones and name it geo-agricultural zones. To mandate the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security to apportion these demarcated arable lands according to comparative advantage in crop production. 3, further mandates the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Sufficiency to appoint seasoned agriculturists in each zone and call them geo-agricultural zone project managers, with the sole mandate to cultivate this land using mechanization, to process and proceed of this cultivation stored in Nigeria National Food Bank of the nation. And finally, Mr. Speaker, also urged the House Committee on Agricultural Production and Services to monitor compliance. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Any seconder to this motion? Yes. Gombe, former Speaker. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I'm Right Honorable Ino Garba, member representing Yamato Deba Federal Constituency. I am from Gombe State, Mr. Speaker. I want to make an amendment to the motion, to the prayers of the motion.
I think it should be seconded first.
Okay, I hereby move to second the motion while I make an additional prayer, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Sir, looking at the importance of this motion, and we are talking about food production, which must go through other process. Under Committee of Science and Engineering, sir, the Agency for Nigerian Council for Food, Science and Technology is under this committee.
So you want the committee to be added?
To be added so that it can liaise with the Committee of Agriculture.
All right, thank you. Any seconder to that amendment? On this amendment? Yes, let's hear you.
No, I think by procedure and based on the provisions of our standing rules, he ought to have seconded the motion, and you move for you put a question before he will be asked to amend the content of the motion.
No, we can put the motion at the end after the amendment has taken place.
It's okay.
It's in order. I gave him the floor, so you are protected.
It's forgotten I'm a senior in the State Assembly, sir.
But this is not. But this is not State Assembly. All right, there's an amendment. Any seconder to that amendment? Any seconder to the amendment? Yes, sir.
Mr. Speaker, right honorable members of this honorable House, My name is Right Honorable Bashir Zubair Usman, representing Bindungwari Giwa Federal Constituency of Kaduna State. Mr. Speaker, I beg to second this amendment moved by Honorable.
Thank you. Those in support of this amendment say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Another amendment, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Prince Bayo Balogun, member representing Ibeju, Lekki Federal Constituency. I'm from Lagos State. My amendment is to the first prayer. So I think it should read to mandate each state governor to create agricultural zone in their state. It's not necessarily supposed to be under the federal government. We are trying to emphasize decentralization. So we should encourage each state.
So what is the amendment? It's almost 1 o'clock. We have not entered into the business.
Government to create agricultural zone in their states.
To encourage states.
In each state.
But we don't make laws for states.
No, to encourage to create in the states. So that's what we are saying now. Because it should be within the purview of the states.
No, but we shouldn't take a resolution on behalf of the states. You shouldn't. It's a given that the states have their own House of Assembly and they look into issues around the states.
Rather than the zone, that's what I'm saying. He said in the zone, but it should rather be in all the states now. They should create the agricultural zone.
Okay, it's the amendment. Let's see if you have a seconder to that. That's the
So
amendment.
that it will be in all the states, not in the zone. That's
All right, any seconder to this amendment? Any seconder? There's no seconder. Because we don't make laws and resolution for the states.
I said instead of in the zone, that it should be in the states. That's what I'm saying. He said size of land in the zone, geopolitical zone. That means you have just 6 instead of 36.
Okay, in the 36 states.
Yes, that they should create it in all the states.
Okay, any seconder to it? Any seconder? Yes, you want to second?
No, Mr. Speaker, I just want to let the mover of the amendment to understand that the state government can only key in the projects if they want. But we cannot be able to make laws for the state because they have state assemblies.
Thank you. So I think let's leave it. Let's leave that motion as it is, and then vote on it as amended. Any other amendment?
Yes, sir.
But let it be the last one, please. We have not started. It's 1 o'clock.
Mr. Speaker, sir, my name is Honorable Mohammed Chiroma, representing the good people of Gezawa Gabasa Federal Constituency. I'm from Kano State, sir. The amendment here is the committee should direct immediate release of fertilizer to members aligned with House resolution for providing fertilizer to our constituents in this farming season. That's the amendment.
All right, any seconder to that amendment? Yes, Adoni.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues. My name is Barrister J.C. Okejo Onoakalos. I represent Nigerians, especially the habit of Lagos, Ocheri Solo. Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleagues, I hereby rise to second this amendment in line with the House resolution that this motion be able to incorporate the resolution of the House. I so second.
Please, Honorable, come. Approach the chair. Honorable colleagues, you are aware we are not sitting tomorrow and next, and some of the issues have to be trashed today. So, and if we don't get them sorted out today, it's going to be next week, and next week is also going to be so jam-packed. So I encourage you to assist us with time management so that we can move faster and then Honorable Chiroma, just use any mic close to you, and on the amendment, you just move now. Please, can you, yeah.
Honorable Speaker, my name is Honorable Mohamed Chiroma, representing the good people of Geza Gabasa Federal Constituency. I'm from Kano State. Mr. Speaker, I'm hereby stepping down my motion.
Thank you very much. Those in support of the motion as amended, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Motion is referred to House Committee on Agricultural Production and Services. The final motion is by Honorable Peter Ifanyu Zokwe. Are you in the House?
Mr. Speaker, I'm in the House.
Thank you very much. Please make it straight to the point. I've seen that it's very short.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, my name is Honorable Peter Ifanyu Zokwe. I represent the good people of Nnewi North, Nnewi South, and the Ekusigo constituency. Mr. Speaker, my dearest colleagues, I rise this afternoon to urge the urgent need for immortalization of Professor Humphrey Nwosu, the former NEC chairman that returned His Excellency MKO Abiola as the winner of June 12, 1993 presidential election. The House notes that Professor Humphrey Nwosu was appointed...
No, let it be seconded.
Okay,
that is urgent. Who is seconding the motion? Yes, Ghana.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Joshua Audu Ghana, member representing Lavu Mokwa Edati Federal Constituency from Niger State. I rise to second the motion ably moved by my colleague. I so second.
Thank you very much. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The second leg that is urgent to be heard now. Any seconder to that? Any seconder that is urgent enough to be heard now? Yes, please second. Yeah, go ahead, Chief.
Mr. Speaker, my name remains Honorable Engineer Anaya Onwebu, and I'm still comfortably representing the good people of Aniri, Ogu, Ojiriva Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to second the motion ably moved and state that it is urgent enough to be heard, and considering the mood of the nation and in view of the fact that this motion was ordered to be moved today from the last plenary we had last week.
I ask you to second.
Mr. Speaker, I so second.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Ambassador, please move your motion now. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Ambassador, move your motion, please.
The House knows that Professor Humphrey Nwosu was appointed the National Electoral Commission, NEC, chairman from 1989 to 1993 by the military president Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida.
Honorable Jimmy, approach the chair.
Cognizance of various efforts made by the various administrations to immortalize those that fought for the democracy we all are beneficiaries. The House also knows that an edifice, the Abuja National Stadium, was named after the winner of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, Mushood MKO Abiola, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari GCFR. The House further knows that His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari GCFR demonstrated an honest remorsefulness of the injustice of June 12, 1993 by changing Democracy Day from May 29 to June 12, which was celebrated with all sense of pride in 2024 by His Excellency President Ahmed Bola Tinubu GCFR, who was part of the struggle of June 12, 1993. The House is worried about the continued neglect of Professor Humphrey Nwosu, who put his life on the line to see that justice was not only done, but seen to be done. Concerned that the national anthem was changed, and we all pray to God to help us build a nation where no man is oppressed, yet Professor Humphrey Nwosu is still not celebrated while he is alive. Aware of many edifices we are named after our heroes past, like Louis Edet House for police, Michael Imodu for labor, Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport, Murtala Mohammed Airport, and MKO Abiola Stadium, etc., etc. Disturbed that none, not even a road, is named after this hero of our democracy till date. The House resolves. We urge the federal government to immortalize Professor Humphrey Nwosu when he is still alive. 2, urge the federal government to give Professor Humphrey Nwosu national honor. 3, also urge the federal government to name the INEC office headquarters after Professor Humphrey Nwosu if the House so agree. Number 4, urge the federal government to invite Professor Humphrey Nwosu to every Democracy Day celebrations. I urge my honorable colleagues in this respected People's House to support this motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this honor.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. That was straight to the point. And thank you for saving our time. Any seconder to this? Ginger, you have seconded before. Allow others to second. Yes?
Mr. Speaker, my name is Honorable Mukhtar Umar Zakaria. I represent Taroni Federal Constituency. I rise to second the motion heavily moved by my brother. I so second. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. That was a great support from that angle. Yeah, this motion is referred to Committee on Special Duties. As this is the last motion from the urgent public importance, and we agree that we'll do 1 minute silence at the end of the motion for all the departed. Shall we rise for 1 minute silence, please? One minute silence. We are still talking. 1 minute silence. It's not a 1 minute silence if we are still talking behind. It's respect for the dead. 1 minute silence, please. Please, 1 minute silence, please. May the soul of the departed rest in perfect peace. Announcement of committee, conference committee. Constitution of conferees on the salaries, allowances, and fringe benefits of judicial officers in Nigeria for related matters. The conference committee members are as follows. Honorable Mahmouda Abdullahi, Chairman, is the Chairman, Committee on Judiciary. Honorable Olumide Osoba, Chairman of Justice, is a member. Honorable Patrick Omor, PhD, Honorable Solomon Bob, Honorable Joe Onakalose. These are members of the conference committee on this particular bill, SB 419. You'll be interacting with Senator Mongono, who is the chairman of the committee from the Senate. The next committee is Constitution of Conferee on the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency Bill 2024. The chairman of this committee is Honorable Abbas Abowurin, Chairman Narcotics Drugs, Honorable Ginger Onwusibe, Chairman Financial Crime, Honorable Iliyasu Aliyu Abubakar, member. Honorable Ibe Osonwa, member. Honorable Jimmy Benson, member. You'll be interacting with Senator Mongono Mohamed Taher as the chairman of the committee from the Senate and his members. Honorable colleagues, the business of the day, the first business of the day is the presentation of 13 bills. And I invite the clerk to read their short title. Clerk, please.
Honorable Nole, you came late and you are distracting the leaders there. Approach the chief whip for you to go and see the speaker, please. Honorable Nole. Honorable Nole, please comply. Okay, noted, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Clerk, we are waiting for you. Use my own microphone so that we can speed up things.
Right, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members. Federal Vocational and Skills Acquisition College, Ibagwa, Aka, Enugu State Establishment Bill 2024, first reading. Agro-Industrial Park Establishment Bill 2024, first reading. Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria Act Amendment Bill 2024, first reading. Federal University of Agriculture, In-Sit Ubium, Akwa Ibom State Establishment Bill 2024, first reading. Federal University of Health Sciences, 18 and Akwa Ibom State Establishment Bill 2024, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Alteration Bill, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 Sixth Alteration Bill 2024, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria Sixth Alteration Bill 2024, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria Sixth Alteration Bill 2024, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria Sixth Alteration Bill 2024, first reading. Citizenship and Leadership Training Center Act, Repeal and Enactment Bill 2024, first reading. Federal University of Aeronautics, Ofiong, Oruko, Akwa Ibom State Establishment Bill 2024, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria Sixth Alteration Bill 2024, first reading.
Thank you very much. The first order of the day is the commencement of a debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to alter Part 1 of the first schedule of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended to change the name of Sabongari Local Government Area of Kaduna State to Zaria North Local Government. Also to make consequential amendment by adding the word South to the name of the existing Zaria Local Government Area of Kaduna State. And for related matters, this is standing in the name of the Speaker, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas and Honorable Sadiq Ango Abdullahi. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time Tuesday, 21st May 2024. I now invite Honorable Ango to move that the bill be now read the second time. Honorable Ango, if you're in the house. Honorable Ango is not in the house. Oh, are you here? Okay.
I am here, Mr.
Please go
Speaker.
ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My honorable colleagues, I am Honorable Sadiq Ango Abdullahi, member representing Sabangari, soon to be Zaria North. I am from Kaduna State. Mr. Speaker, a bill for an act to alter Part 1 of the first schedule to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended to change the name of Sabangari Local Government Area of Kaduna State to Zaria North Local Government Area. Also to make consequential amendments by adding the word South to the existing Zaria Local Government Area of Kaduna State and related matters. HB, standing in the name of Honorable Tajuddin Abbas and myself. I so move.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to this bill? Yes, sir.
Honorable okay, you are backing the speaker. Please get seated.
Mr. Speaker, sir, honorable colleagues, I remain Lawan Shatima Ali, representing the good people of Bursari, Gaidami, Nusari Federal Constituency, and from Yobe State. As second the motion, ably moved by my able colleague, I saw second, sir.
Thank you very much. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. It's a straightforward bill, so just move straight. You can now lead your debate, but make it very...
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I remain Sadiq Ango Abdullahi, member representing Sabangari Federal Constituency. Like you said, Mr. Speaker, it's a straightforward one. I could give you many reasons why there is a need to make this amendment or this change to these names. I will give you a brief about some of these reasons. Historical accuracy to be one of them, geopolitical unity. Overall, renaming Sabangari to Zaria North can have numerous benefits in terms of historical accuracy, community unity, administrative efficiency, cultural preservation, and tourism promotion. As we all know, Zaria is a very well-known city with historical values, and changing this name would give us a more solidifying recognition outside. Many of us here, members, are very familiar with the town Zaria. and it is very essential that this change be made so that we preserve this identity that we have. In that note, I move that I urge this House to consider this bill for the second reading. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. The question is that the bill be now read the second time. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This bill is referred to Committee on Constitution Review. Yeah, before referring it, clerk, can you read the long title of the bill, please?
Order in the House. Order, please.
Right, Honorable
Order.
Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to alter Part 1 of the first schedule to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended to change the name of Sabongari local government area of Kaduna State, Zaria, not local government area. Also to make consequential amendment by adding the word South to the name of the existing Zaria local government area of Kaduna State and for related matters. Second reading.
Thank you, Clerk. Bill is now referred to Committee on Constitution Review. The second order of the day is the commencement of a debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to regulate the planning, preparation, passage, and execution of the budget of the Government of the Federation and for related matters. Standing in the name of the Speaker, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas and Honorable Mohammed Omar. Members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Thursday, 6 June 2024. I now invite Honorable Bio to move that the bill be now read the second time. Honorable Bio.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My dear honorable colleagues, Mohammed Omar Bio is my name.
Please, the House must be heard in silence, please.
I speak for the people of Baruten and Kayama Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker. I come from Kwara State. Mr. Speaker, my dear honorable colleagues, I move that a bill for an act to regulate the planning, preparation, passage, and execution of the budget of the federal government of Nigeria, and for related matters, otherwise known as National Budget Bill 2024, be read the second time. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to that motion? Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Clement Jimbo, member representing Abak Etmekbika Federal Constituency from Akwa Ibom State. I hereby second the motion as ably moved by my colleague.
Thank you. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. You may now lead your debate straight to the point, please. Just straight to the point.
Honorable Boma, Deputy Chairman Army. Honorable Boma, Deputy Chairman Army, please get seated. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Once again, like I said, Mohammed Omar, I speak for giving me the opportunity to rise and lead the debate. However, Mr. Speaker, I want you to give me an ample time. This bill is very important. Mr. Speaker,
we don't have the ample time because of the unique situation of today. You know, a lot of things have piled up before today. So we want to give everybody that opportunity to have their voice heard.
Okay,
please
no problem,
summarize and go to the prayers.
Most importantly, we all know what the concept of budget is as it concerns the Parliament and as people of Nigeria. It's a policy document that highlights the estimate of expected revenue and expenditure for a period of 12 months. Mr. Speaker, however, for a budget to achieve its purpose, special attention must be paid to the budget process from the moment the budget is backed, prepared, presented to the Federal Executive Council, and to the National Assembly. The budget consideration and passage at the National Assembly are set by the President and up to the implementation and monitoring stage of the budget. Once the budget process is faulty, the budget itself is doomed, even before it is passed. In Nigeria, therefore, the budget process is confronted with a number of issues, from bloated or overpriced budget to irregular budget cycle, coupled with annual late presentation of budget estimate to the National Assembly. The preparation of budget the content, implementation, issues relating to borrowing, and for what are other issues not properly addressed in the existing laws. Some of these issues arise from the gap in the Constitution. For ease of reference, the relevant section 81 of the Constitution provides as follows. The President shall cause to be prepared and laid before each houses of the National Assembly at any time in the financial year, estimate of the revenue and expenditure of the Federation for the next following financial year. Two issues arises therefrom, Mr. Speaker. First, the Constitution seems to permit Mr. President to present the budget estimate to the National Assembly at any time in each financial year. Second, is the fact that financial year is not defined in the Constitution. This leaves the timing of the presentation and passage and signing of the budget to the discretion of both the executives and the legislature, as was witnessed in the 8th Assembly, leading to late investment decision, haphazard implementation of budget to the extent that at some point in time, two budgets ran and operated at the same time with little or no impact on the citizens. In the 8th National Assembly, the 2016 budget was signed in May of 2016. 2017 and 2018 budget were signed in June of the respective current years. And the 2019 budget was signed in May, while the financial year returned to January, December in the 9th Assembly. It still does not have legal backing. Therefore, before you, my dear honorable colleagues, is the National Budget Bill, which seeks to provide for a timeline for the different stages of the budget process, namely planning, preparation, passage, execution, and auditing. The bill, if passed, will also define the fiscal year and the limit of deficit, and specifically spelled out the reason for borrowing, arising from the existing budget challenges already highlighted above, are the current economic challenges confronting us as people. Coupled with the decaying state of infrastructure across the country, we cannot undermine the importance of this bill. The bill has 7 parts and 42 clauses. Part 1 consists of Clause 1, which is the purpose of the bill. Part 2 is the budget content and planning, consisting of 8 clauses. Part 3 is the budget preparation, with 9 clauses. Part 4 is budget implementation, also comprises 9 clauses. Part 5 is borrowing and public debt, with 6 clauses. Part 6 is budget accounting, control, and audit, with 6 clauses. Part 7 is miscellaneous provisions.
Okay, round up.
Clause, which include the citation of the bill. It is important to note that this bill does not intend to confront the Constitution in any manner. Rather, it is to fill the gaps therein or complement the Constitution. The superiority of the Constitution remains unwavering.
Honorable Oma.
Dear honorable colleagues, while I appreciate the existence of other related laws, like the Fiscal Responsibility Act, Finance Control and Management Act, and the financial regulations, none has been able to comprehensively address the issues relating to budget process in Nigeria. This bill will therefore serve as the dual purpose of filling the gaps in the existing laws and bringing the important provisions of the existing laws under one legal framework for ease of implementation and execution. Due to the gaps in the existing law, like the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 has altered, Fiscal Responsibility Act, we have not had a disciplined, organized, and well-defined budget process and management. The budget, being the nation's economic blueprint, its processes and management at all stages must be well-defined. Hence, Clause 2 of this bill refers to the fiscal year as a period of 12 months.
What is your point of order?
Commencing on 1st January and ending on 31st December. Clause 5 and 6 expressly lists the content of revenue and expenditure respectively. Clauses 8 prescribe the manner budget surplus is to be used and deficit financed. The basis of budget preparation is prescribed.
There is a point of order, Honorable Oma, please. What is your point of order, leader?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm standing on Order 9 sub Rule 1 that a member should not be reading verbatim from in leading the debate of his bill. And because of the time we want to save, let him abridge his presentation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Let's bear with him because the name of the speaker is attached to this bill. Let us waive our rules to allow him to summarize. But because of our time, we say you should summarize. I don't know why you took us on this long voyage. It's straightforward. Please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
1 minute to summarize.
I
1 minute.
think I have exhausted the bill itself in question. I want to conclude by saying, my dear honorable colleagues, by way of refreshing our memories, the Constitution Amendment Bill seeking to prescribe time for the presentation of budget estimates to the National Assembly was vetoed by the President in the 8th Assembly, even though the country has been able to maintain the January to December budget cycle. Still, we lack the enabling law as far as budgeting in Nigeria is concerned. Mr. Speaker, my dear honorable colleagues, I so move.
Honorable colleagues, the question is that the bill be now read the second time. Those in support of this bill say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, please read the long title of the bill. Use my microphone to be fast if that one is giving you. Is it working now? Try it.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to regulate the planning, preparation, passage and execution of the budget of the Government of the Federation and for related matters, second reading.
Thank you. Bill is hereby referred to Committee on National Planning and Economic Development. The third bill, which is my bill, is hereby stepped down for want of time and more consultation. The fourth order of the day is the commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to establish Federal College of Land Resources Technology, Rabba, Sokoto State, to, among other things, provide for teaching, research, instruction, and training of students to produce middle and high-level professionals in land resources technology and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Ibrahim Mustafa. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 24th October 2023, and I invite Honorable Ibrahim to move that the bill be read the second time. It's an establishment bill, so it should be straight to the point.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I am Abubakar Sanfulata. I represent Berniwa Krika Samagui Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Jigawa State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, this bill belongs to Honorable Ibrahim Mustafa, who is indisposed and said he asked me to take it on his behalf. And accordingly, I crave the indulgence of the House to suspend our relevant rules to enable me to take a second reading of this bill. I so submit, Mr. Speaker.
I don't think it's appropriate. So we'll step it down to when he's around. So for want of time, this bill is stepped down until the sponsor is around, by the leave of the House. I know it was Chairman Rules and Business. Please bear with him. He's my good friend. Honorable colleagues, the fifth order of the day is the commencement of a debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to establish Nigerian Solid Minerals Community Development Commission and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Anamero Sunday Dekeri and three others. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Wednesday, 8 May 2024, And I invite Honorable Dekeri to move that the bill be now read the second time. Honorable Dekeri, please. Honorable Dekeri, are you in the house? Yes. What is happening to our microphone? Technical department. Please check if your own is on so you can take it off. Okay, please bear with the technical department a little bit because they want to record you. They've gone to turn it on. Please bear with them.
Speaker, this speaker is okay.
Who is speaking?
The speaker is okay here.
If your mic is working, raise your hand, please. Okay. Honorable colleague, to buy time, you can just quickly move to that microphone, please. Thank you. Sorry for the inconveniences.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I remain Anameru Dekeri, representing the good people of Isako Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Edo State. Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning to present a bill with a long title for an act to establish the Nigeria Solid Mineral Communities Development Commission, Bill number HB 1379. Mr. Speaker, dear colleague, I respectfully urge that this bill be allowed to be read for the second time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Any seconder to this bill? Somebody whose microphone is working close by? Yes, Ambassador, you can second it since your microphone is on.
Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, I rise up this afternoon to second the bill raised by my honorable colleague, Dekeri. My name is Honorable Ambassador Peter Ifanyuzoko. I represent the good people of Nnewi North, Nnewi South, and the Ekusigo Federal Constituency.
Thank you, Ambassador. Those in support of this motion say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Please lead your debate. Make it very short, straight to the point, so that we can accommodate others, please.
Thank you once again, Mr. Speaker. This bill is a straightforward bill. We are all aware that Nigeria has recorded significant progress as a result of the legal framework this honorable parliament made, honorable chambers made for the petroleum sector that is now popularly known as Petroleum Industrial Act. Mr. Speaker, this bill aims to complement that important bill. This bill for an act to establish Nigeria Solid Mineral Community Development Commission is simply to promote inclusiveness by communities endowed with solid minerals, which in my view, almost every state of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is a potential solid mineral producing state. With the enactment of this bill, I want to believe that Nigeria will begin to diversify its economy, spread wealth. The level of hopelessness that we are witnessing today as a nation, where people wear suicide bomb as a result of near hopelessness. By the time they are aware that they are now critical stakeholders in the distribution of the wealth of the nation, I am not sure that any right-thinking person, a person with hope, will wear suicide vest to commit a heinous crime like we witnessed from one of our colleagues, Honorable Jaha, this morning. My dear colleagues, the cry of illegal mining is resonating across every nook and crannies of our nation. The other time I listened over the air, I heard from Oyo State, a state that is highly endowed with mineral resources, lithium, which is our emerging gold, is being mined illegally. That is the same thing we witnessed in Niger State, in Zamfara State, just to say a few. I believe with the support of this field, the echo of our glorious past will resonate. Solid minerals were the bedrock of our economic strength years before independence. We were great producers of coal, and we were titan in the tin trade, and even held the crown of the world leading producer of colobite. All these are so many other things that this country is endowed with. Mr. Speaker, I want to appeal to us. Every month, our states are running to the center, running here to Abuja in search of their monthly allocation. We have every opportunity to look inward and grow our internally generated revenue, whereby every state will be self-sufficient. We look less at the center. I therefore urge my distinguished colleagues to support the establishment of Nigeria Mineral Community Development Bill, which will diversify, boost income to virtually every state of the Federation, promote inclusiveness, increase our gross domestic productivity, and attract foreign direct investment to the benefit of Nigeria. In view of the foregoing, I urge our colleagues to support this all-important bill as we stand at the threshold of history. I so move, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The chairman, Solid Mineral, is not in the house today to look at this bill proposition. But the former Deputy Speaker, I want to say something. Please, briefly, so that we can push for our time.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, my name is Ahmed Idris. I represent Wasai Federal Constituency, Plateau State. Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, I want to appreciate my brother who brought this motion. I think it's apt, it's timely, and it should be supported by all parliamentarians. Reasons are like this, sir. We have allowed that sector in the, let me say, to a large extent, people who don't love the country, who are doing much in the illegal side than the legal side. Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, I come from a mineral producing area. In my area, exploring and exploitation of mineral resources started way back before colonial masters. It was started by the Germans, and then the British colonial masters came in and did their own. And as of today, a lot of the illegal mining is taking place. And it has a lot of anecdotes, like I did mention, with insecurity in this country. Because if you allow money in the hands of people who are criminal, all they would do is to try to protect their own investment. And that investment is against our own collective will and desire for the nation. We have the best in the world, and I want to say, quoted, the best laid in Zurich. In company, it's coming directly from my local environment. I happen to know this when I was part of the entourage, Mr. President, then former Buhari, United Nations, when I had them from the European side, giving us what we have in our country. And this thing can be used to produce all the electrical items that we require for solar panels. And you allow somebody, one person, sir, I will report this out and I report it like before, took away within the span of time products over 100 billion. And I do not think at that time, government of Nigeria benefited anything from him. And it is so in almost all the communities. Is it the golden side, mine side? It is the minerals in Nasarawa that we have. There is no part of this nation that don't have one solid mineral or the other that can benefit the nation. I want to support this motion, and I plead with my colleagues to support this motion. That is very for the bill. Second reading of the bill is very important, and I believe it will cure a lot number of issues. Today, the deplorable nature of the environment left in my own community, sir. You would go there, you would find as far as more than 100 deep feed a pond created and no reclamation, no plan, and people are just exploring and taking away the common resources that should benefit all of us. May God help this country. I want to appreciate you, my brother, for coming up with this bill, and I think it's timely for us to support you. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues.
Thank you very much. Those in support, the question is that the bill be now read the second time. Those in support of the bill say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The point must be made that the solid mineral space is a space we must guide jealously. And there have been criticisms on how the environmental and social impact analysis tilt against our people, especially the local communities, over the years. It is important that we begin to take steps that will protect our communities. And nobody will protect our communities more than us. An era whereby a foreign investor is giving more space and more permission against local investors who will live here, who will invest here and live here. You know, it should be done away with. And commissions like this should be set up to take care of the locals and their interests. And since the House has voted, I hereby call the clerk to read the long title of this bill.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to establish the Nigerian Solid Minerals Communities Development Commission and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to Committee on Solid Minerals Development. The sixth order of the day is a motion on need to address the deplorable state of Nigerian road, standing in the name of Honorable Emmanuel Okpong Odo. Honorable Odo is invited to move the motion. It's an infrastructure motion, so all we are going to be doing now is title and prayers.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Emmanuel Okpong is not on the floor at the moment. I move that it be stepped down.
Okay, motion stepped down by the leave of the House. The seventh order of the day is a motion on need to investigate exploitative and predatory pricing practices against Nigerian businesses by their foreign counterparts operating in Nigeria. This is standing in the name of Honorable Babajimi Benson. Honorable Benson is invited to move the motion. Please make it as fast as possible. Honorable Jimmy Benson, please.
Thank you very much. Right, Honorable Speaker, the Enyi of Abia. Honorable colleagues, I remain Honorable Babajimi Benson, representing the good people of Ikorodu Federal Constituency. The House notes that Nigerian businesses operating in the international sphere that compete with similar business ventures operating in Nigeria. The House also notes that international business ethics and standards, like the United Nations Global Compact, these guidelines for multinational enterprises for social responsibility, amongst others, require businesses to operate in a fair, healthy, and efficient manner, while ensuring competitive trade practices in operation of their businesses at home and abroad. The House further notes that to ensure that this practice, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Act was enacted to cure restrictive and unfair businesses practices capable of leading to distorted competition or flagrant abuse of dominant position of market power in Nigeria. The House is further aware that some Nigerian businesses have suffered harsh and unfair competition and business relations with their foreign business counterparts. Cognizant that prior to the commencement of the Lagos-London route by Air Peace Airlines, below 1 million naira, foreign airlines like British Airways, Ethiopian Airlines, Virgin sold their one-way tickets for as high as 4 million naira. Also cognizant that as soon as Air Peace Airlines commenced the sale of their ticket at a lower price, other airlines dropped their prices far below that of Air Peace Airlines, supposedly with the intention of frustrating Air Peace Airlines' London route operations. Further cognizant that Dangote Oil Refinery and Petrochemicals Company is also currently being frustrated by IOCs in Nigeria by denying them crude and other unfair business practices, thereby threatening its survival. Concerned that whenever they agree to sell crude to Dangote Refinery, the IOCs sell at high premium prices, far above the market price, thereby forcing Dangote to import crude from other countries as far as the United States with its attendant higher costs. Also concerned that apart from these predatory pricing practices and other unethical business practices adopted by the foreign airlines and IOCs, Nigerian businesses have also been subjected to other unfair treatment, both home and abroad, in an effort to disrupt their smooth operations. Further concerned that it appears that the objective of these foreign multinationals is to ensure Nigeria remains at their mercy by patronizing only their services or exporting crude oil and importing refined petroleum products, thereby making Nigeria and sub-Saharan Africa perpetually facing unemployment and poverty, while they create wealth for themselves at our expense. Worried that these acts of unfair and unfavorable business have led to the closure of some erstwhile thriving businesses that provide better alternatives to Nigerian customers at a cheaper rate. Also worried that this remains unchecked, Nigerian businesses like Air Peace Airlines will continue to suffer these unfair competitive practices that will adversely affect their operation and ability of customers to get quality services at affordable prices. The House resolves to urge the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission to immediately investigate and halt unfair business practices perpetrated by certain foreign businesses operating in Nigeria. Mandate the Committees on Aviation, Commerce, and Petroleum, upstream and downstream, to investigate the circumstances surrounding the predatory pricing practices and unethical business competitive behaviors by foreign airlines and IOCs, and report within 4 weeks for further legislative action. Further mandates the House Committee on Legislative Compliance to ensure strict compliance. I so move, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to this motion? Yeah, let's second it and then we can amend. Honorable Amo Bioga.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My honorable colleagues, my name remains Honorable Amo Godwin Oga. I represent Nigeria through the good people of Isukwato and Umunnochi Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Abia State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second this motion, ably moved by my brother and friend. I so second. Thank you.
Good. Before I put the question, there's an amendment. My palace, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, Kabir Amadou Palace is my name. I represent the entire people of Bosot Saibe Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Zamfara State. Mr. Speaker, my amendment is on prayer 2. I want to amend prayer 2, where the mover said that to mandate the committees on aviation, commerce, petroleum upstream and downstream. I also want to add a committee of foreign affairs to be part of the committee on foreign affairs.
Foreign affairs.
To be part of the committees that will investigate this unethical practices. Thank you. I so move.
Any seconder to that amendment? Yes, my brother Eshed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mark Eset is my name. Speaking for the good people of Uyo, Uruan, Seratai, and even Simple Sultan Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Akwa Ibom State. I rise to second the motion for the amendment as moved by my honorable colleague. I so second.
Those in support of this motion say aye. That is amendment this time. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Those in support of the motion as amended say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committees on Aviation, Commerce, Petroleum, Upstream and Downstream, as well as Committee on Foreign Affairs and Legislative Compliance. Most distinguished colleagues, the eighth order of the day is a motion on the stagnation of promotion in the Federal Civil Service, standing in the name of Honorable Salman Idris. Honorable Idris is invited to move the motion. Make it as quick as possible too, please.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I am Salman Idris. I speak for the people of Kababuni Jumu Federal Constituency from Kogi State. The House notes that Section 169 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic, 1999 as amended, provides for the establishment of the Civil Service of the Federation, while Section 170 provides for establishment of the Federal Civil Service Commission. Aware that the Civil Service is an organ of government headed by the head of service of the Federation, responsible for the leadership, management, and capacity development of the Federal Civil Service, which is the engine room of government and administrative machine for implementation of government policies and programs of the federal government. Also aware that promotions are essential for the career progression of civil servants, which serves as a motivational
Chairman rules, please approach the chair.
For productivity and performance. The House notes that over the years, stagnation in promotions across ministries, departments, and agencies of government have resulted in loss of service delivery, decline in highly specialized skills, and low level of productivity and performance, employees unrest, corruption, and dampened morale. Further aware that the civil service requires a comprehensive reform prioritizing timely and fair promotions and remunerations to align with global best practices. Cognizance that promotion stagnation in civil service require urgent intervention to achieve government policies and programs. Consider that civil servants who undergo mandatory examinations are promoted nominally but not financially, despite adequate recurrent expenditure in the annual appropriations budget for ministries, departments, and agencies. Disturbs that the promotion stagnation affect the career of an officer in civil service, as every civil servant is expected to reach his peak within 35 years in active service or by the retirement age of 60 years. The House resolves to mandate the committees on public service matters and public sectors and institutional reforms to investigate promotion stagnation in the federal civil service from 2013 to 2023 with the intention of encouraging a more effective and efficient civil service and report within 4 weeks for further legislative action. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to this motion? Yes, sir. Your mic is not working? Let's use those whose mic is. Any other person whose mic is working? Yes. Lalo, is your mic working? Okay. Honorable, go ahead. Lalo, sit down, please.
Okay.
Lalo, off your own mic. Allow the gentleman to use it.
Thank you, able Chair, able Speaker, my honorable colleagues. My name is Honorable Isa Muhammad Anka. I want to second this motion heavily moved by Honorable Salma Idris. I so second. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Amendment.
Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, my name is Ahmed Idris. I represent Wasefere constituency, Plateau State. Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, in line with the outstanding order on page 168, particularly B, investigating complaints of non-compliance with federal character, which promotion also has something to do with that. I want to include, ask the House to please kindly include a committee on federal character in this exercise. Thank you, sir.
I totally agree with you. Any seconder to this motion? Yes, sir.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Salis Yusuf Majigiri. I represent Mashidusi Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker. I'm from Katsina State. I rise to second the amendment as ably moved by former presiding officer, Honorable Idris Wase. I so second.
Those in support of this amendment say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Those in support of the motion as amended say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committee on Public Service Matters, Public Sector and Institutional Reform, as well as Federal Character Committee of the House. The ninth order of the day is a motion on need to constitute the National Council of Public Procurement as prescribed in the Public Procurement Act 2007, standing in the name of Honorable Murphy Osaru Omori. Honorable Omori is invited to move the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
Respected honorable colleagues, I am Honorable Murphy Usaro Omoruye. I speak for and on behalf of the good people of Ego Ikpebaka Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Benin City, Edo State. Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning to move a motion on the need to constitute the National Council on Public Procurement, as prescribed in the Public Procurement Act 2007. Mr. Speaker, the House knows that the Public Procurement Act was enacted to regulate government agency and ensure transparency, accountability, and efficiency in procurement processes. The House also notes that Section 1 of the Procurement Act 2007 mandates the establishment of the National Council on Public Procurement. Further note that the National Council on Public Procurement is essential for oversight, regulation, and standardization of procurement practices across government agencies. Aware that the composition of the National Council on Public Procurement include representatives from various interest groups in the country to contain, as contained in Section 1, 2, A to G of the Act, to ensure inclusive stakeholders' participation in national development. Concerned that the absence of the National Council on Public Procurement undermines the objective of the Act and hampers procurement processes. Worried that the last administration of Umaru Yar'Adua, Goodluck Jonathan, and Muhammadu Buhari has refused to inaugurate the National Council on Public Procurement as prescribed by the Act. Disturbed that the Federal Executive Council has continued to usurp the most important function of the National Council on Public Procurement. Cognizant of the need to constitute the National Council on Public Procurement in accordance with the Section 1 of the Public Procurement Act 2007, which is crucial for transparency, accountability, and efficiency in government procurement processes. The House therefore resolved that to urge the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to constitute the National Council on Public Procurement in accordance with the provision of the Act. And two, mandate the Committee on Public Procurement to ensure compliance. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to this motion? Any seconder? Yes, Doctor.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I remain Dr. Midala Usman Balami. I represent the good and dynamic people of Askira Uba Hawul Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to second this motion as moved by my colleague. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to a committee on public procurement. The 10th order of the day is a motion on circulation of fake consumables in Nigeria, standing in the name of Honorable Ahmed Sani Mohammed. Honorable Mohammed is invited to move the motion. Go ahead, Honorable Mohammed. Go ahead. We don't have time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. I remain Honorable Muhammad Ahmed Sani, and I represent the very good people of Bakura Murado Fair Constituency. I'm from Zamfara State. I rise to move a motion on menace of circulation of fake consumables in Nigeria. The House notes that in the fourth quarter of 2023, Nigeria experienced an insurgency involving deadly patronage of fake consumables such as drinks, drugs, cooking spices, beverages, and baby food, which caused health issues and discouraged local manufacturers and importers of genuine products in the country. Aware that in December 2023, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control intercepted counterfeiters involved in the production of consumables worth about 750 million naira. Also aware of the recent report by the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, which revealed that fake and substandard drugs kill about 500,000 persons in sub-Saharan Africa each year. Worried about the potential health complications and economic impact of counterfeit products on Nigerians heightened by contaminated consumables, informed by a global consultancy, PricewaterhouseCoopers, where it is estimated that Nigeria may lose approximately 200 billion naira annually to counterfeit medicines, excluding substandard ones. The House therefore resolves to urge NAFDAC and Standard Organization of Nigeria and manufacturing drugs factories to establish more efficient channels in every state and local government to verify and monitor products before circulation. We intensify efforts to identify culprits distributing or producing counterfeit goods and fully punish them according to the law. And regularly engage and sensitize consumers on digital codes or icons that indicate the authenticity of the products. Finally, mandate the committees on National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration and Control and legislative compliance to ensure implementation. I so move.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to this motion? Yeah, Anu Konkwo Jr. Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues. My name is Honorable Uchenna Harris Okonkwo. I speak for the people of Idemili North and South Federal Constituency, that is in Anambra State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second this motion, ably moved by my brother, Honorable Ahmed. I so second.
Thank you very much. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to Committee on National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control and Legislative Compliance. The 11th order of the day is a motion on the need to address the recurring incidents of harassment, intimidation, and extortion of international passengers at the Port Harcourt International Airport, Omagwa, Port Harcourt, standing in the name of Honorable Boniface Emerengwa. Honorable Emerengwa is invited to move the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, my name remains Right Honorable Boniface Emerengwa. I represent the people of Ikwere, Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Rivers State. The House knows that international airports throughout the globe are gateway into the country. The safety of travelers as well as cargo is the main responsibility of officers attached to airports. And across the country, airports have consistently displayed high security performance by the security officers on duty. Also knows that some security personnel on duty at Nigerian international airports constitute major setbacks to the country, especially in the case of international wing of the International Airport, Port Harcourt.
Honorable Chikoka, have approached the chair.
Where passengers are arriving as exposed to severe harassment, intimidation, and extortion of money
by the security personnel at the airport. The House observed that international travelers in particular are frequently forced to provide receipts for any personal belongings in their luggage and are targets of extortion charges and excessive searches. The House concerned that credible reports revealed that airport security personnel delay passengers, causing unreceived payments and charges, especially for foreigners. Personal items are charged without receipts. Bags are forcibly opened and searched, and valuables are stolen in broad daylight. Furthermore, the vile crime is committed in all countries' international airports, including Lagos. Also concerned that if these actions of the security agents are not checked, they will impact on the struggling economy very negatively, and the country's economic credibility will dim in the global market, thus discouraging foreigners and investors from coming into the country to do legitimate business. The House further concerned about the possibility of sharp decline in the revenue generated by the foreign visits for business, tourism, and other purposes, given that Nigeria is currently facing severe economic difficulties and that foreign investments are essential to bolstering and furthering economic and creating jobs for young people without employment. The House is cognizant of the fact that the country's monopolistic economic necessitates the participation of foreign investors to boost economic growth and increase the gross GDP. The House resolves to, 1, to urge the Minister of Aviation to launch an investigation promptly in order to bring the perpetrators to justice, thereby acting as a deterrent and preserving the credibility of the countries in the global community. And 2, mandate the Committee on Aviation within 7 days to investigate the activities of the security personnel attached to the international wing of the airport nationwide, bringing the culprits to face the law and reports within 4 weeks of the further legislative action. I so move.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to this motion? Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I remain Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Famous Adesuwa Sawaru. I represent the good people of Orienwo Federal Constituency of Edo State, a very proud Benin chief. Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to second the motion ably moved by my colleague, Honorable Boniface Emegwa. I so second.
Thank you. Amendment, my palace.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, Kabiru Amadou Palace is my name. I represent the entire people of Bosos IP Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Zamfara State. Mr. Speaker, my amendment is, I want to amend the heading of this motion. The heading said that need to address the recurrent incidents of harassment, intimidation, and extortion of international passengers at the Port Harcourt International Airport. My amendment is I want to make it at the Nigerian International Airport, Mr. Speaker. My reason of bringing this, Mr. Speaker, I think weeks ago, some of us saw a video clip on social media circulating where one woman, a foreigner, complaining bitterly about this highest level of intimidation, extortion, unaccommodative behaviors of some workers of our international airport. Mr. Speaker, this motion is very important, it's apt, and it's timely. That's why I think it's necessary for me to make this amendment to include all our international airports on this matter. Thank you so much. I so move.
Thank you very much. The mover of the motion, do you have any objection to that? Are you okay with it?
Mr. Speaker, I have no objections.
Okay, that's the amendment. Any seconder to this amendment? Yes, Honorable Markey.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues. I'm Abubakar Maki Eleman. I'm from Jigawa State. I represent Malamudor Kauga, my federal constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion as amended by my honorable colleagues, Kabiru Mepalas. I so second. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this amendment say aye. Those against say nay.
Amendment, Mr. Amendment.
The ayes have it. Another amendment?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Honorable Nole, good to have you around.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues,
Nolimunaj is my name. Kano East West Federal Constituency. I'm from Enugu State.
I'm former chairman aviation.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I think when the resolve to urge the Ministry of Aviation to launch an investigation. You see, at the airports, it cannot be only aviation. You need to add Ministry of Internal Affairs, Interior, because that's where you have you also need to add customs. You need to add immigration. So Interior is important. Yes, Interior. So please, let me just put it this way. Urge the Ministry of Aviation and Ministry of Interior and Nigerian Customs
and Immigration
to they are part of Interior.
Oh,
Ministry of Aviation and Interior.
Yes.
To launch an investigation, just to add the Interior, please.
Is it for them to launch their investigation or our own committee to investigate them?
Well, I'm just looking at the amendment.
Because if they ask them to launch an investigation, when they finish with their investigation, they are not reporting back to you.
Yes. Okay, well, urge the Committee on Aviation and the Committee on Interior.
Okay, so you want to add Committee
on Interior.
Aviation,
Committee on Aviation and Interior. Because actually, well, aviation should lead. Aviation should lead, definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to this amendment motion? No, we want those who have not spoken before. Seconder to this amendment motion? Any seconder to this amendment motion? All the way back. Yes, with the hat.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this chance. My name is Honorable Manu Chimu Mezurike. I represent the good people of Port Harcourt Constituency 1, Rivers State. I so second the amendment made by the able former committee chairman on aviation. I so second.
Those in support of this amendment say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Those in support of the motion as amended say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to Committee on Aviation as the lead committee, alongside Committee of the House on Interior and Committee of the House on Custom. The 12th order of the day is a motion on the need to clamp down on private universities and organizations involved in currency substitution and dollarization of the economy, standing in the name of Honorable Mudashiru Lukman Alani. Honorable Alani is invited to move the motion. Is he in the House?
Mr. Speaker, he's not on the floor, so I move that it be stepped down.
Okay. This motion is stepped down by the leave of the House. The 13th order of the day is a motion on the need to investigate the administration of public revenue and expenditure of West African Examination Council from 2018 to 2023, standing in the name of Honorable Amobi Godwin Oga. Honorable Oga is invited to move the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Oga, you're looking very good today.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
This suit looks good on you.
We are learning from you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My honorable colleagues, my name remains Honorable Amobi Godwin Oga. I represent Nigeria through the good people of Isukwato and Umunnochi Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm Uturu man from Abia State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move a motion on urgent need to investigate the administration of public revenue and expenditure of the West African Examination Council from 2018 to 2023. The House knows that the West African Examination Council, WAEC, locally is fully treasured funded from the Federation account. Also know that the Section 80, Subsection 4 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, states that no monies shall be withdrawn from the Consolidated Revenue Fund or any other public fund of the Federation, except in the manner prescribed by the National Assembly. Consequently, all funds received as examination fees from candidates for registrations are considered public funds, Mr. Speaker. Observe that the Council, in addition to its statutory allocation, obtained a credit facility of 5 billion naira from First Bank Limited in 2022, though repaid the credit facility within the same year, but there was no full disclosure as to the purpose of the loan in its financial statement. The House knows that by virtue of Section 89, subsection 1C of the 1999 Constitution, for the purpose of any investigation, the Senate, the House of Representatives, or a committee appointed shall have the power to summon any person in Nigeria to give evidence at any place or produce any document or other thing in his possession or under his control. The House is worried that as of January 12, 2019, WAEC has an investment of 2,974,510,000 units of shares worth of 1,455,000,000 naira in Megatones West Africa Limited, a company that engages in the business of printing security and confidential documents. An additional investment of 32,255,000 naira was made in the same year, bringing the total value of the investment of 1,487,255,000 naira as of 31st December 2019. However, the company suddenly went into the liquidation process, and lots of provisions were made for impairment of the investment in line with the internal financial reporting standard. The House is aware that 899,375,000 naira provisions for impairment were made on the total investment, and it represents 60% of the total investment. This is huge loss that calls for questions as to why a proper investment decision was not made ab initio. The House also aware that WAEC proposed expenditure for the year 2024 is 42.9 billion naira, whereas the IGR projection is 32 billion naira. The House is cognizant of the need for the National Assembly to thoroughly appropriate WAEC's humongous IGR to scrutinize Council's past financial statement and debt collection from the state government to avoid further wastage of public funds and contradict accountability and prudence stewardship. The House therefore resolved to mandate the Committee on Basic Education Examination Body to do the needful for the West African Examination Council to subject its year 2024 IGR for appropriation and approval. 2, to mandate the Committee on Basic Education Bodies to investigate the annual IGR collected by the West Africa Examination Council from 2018 to 2024 and examine the financial books, records, and financial statements of the Council from 2018 to 2023 to ascertain compliance with the existing laws governing the administration of public funds and report within 4 weeks for further legislative action. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this great opportunity. I so move.
Thank you, Honorable Amobi. Any seconder to that motion? Yes, just behind him.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this chance. Distinguished colleagues, I remain Sana Ademo Akili, member representing of good people of Munjiburo Ngogo Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to second the motion, every move for my brother colleague. Mr. Speaker, I so second. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committee on Basic Education Bodies. The 14th order of the day is a motion on the alleged mismanagement of government agricultural initiative and funding by department, agencies, and government program outside the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. Standing in the name of Honorable Chike Okafor. Honorable Chike Okafor is invited to move the motion. Please, it is very long. Abridge it, the first two important paragraphs, then your prayers, please. Since it's published, we can read it up.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Very distinguished colleagues. I am Honorable Chike John Okafor, PhD. I represent the good people of Okigwe South Federal Constituency, comprising a member, Ihitu Boma, Obo local government areas. I am from Imo State. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Alleged mismanagement of government agricultural initiatives and funding by departments, agencies, and government programs outside the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. The House notes the growing food scarcity and malnutrition in Nigeria and the alleged mismanagement of agricultural funds intended for agricultural development in the country. Further notes that the federal government, through various schemes and interventions in the last 8 years, have spent over 2 trillion naira in funding agricultural interventions with the view of making food available for millions of Nigerians. But due to the alleged mismanagement, misapplication of funds, and abuse of the programs, Nigeria is still experiencing food scarcity and malnutrition. Worried that the agricultural sector plays a crucial role in ensuring food security, improving nutrition, and supporting the livelihoods of millions of Nigerians, and any abuse on the programs and schemes of government drastically affects millions of innocent citizens. Cognizance of the need to investigate government agricultural interventions and funding allocated to departments, agencies, schemes, and programs outside the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security to ensure transparency, accountability, and effective resource utilization. So the House is here invited to mandate the committees on food security, agriculture production and services, and agricultural colleges and institutions to conduct a comprehensive investigation into the alleged misuse of government interventions and agricultural funding by departments, agencies, schemes, and programs of the federal government outside of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, and report back to the House within 4 weeks for further legislative actions. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Thank you, Chike Okafor, PhD. That was very good. You have bridged it very well. So impressive. Any seconder to this motion? Yes, sir.
The Right Honourable Speaker, very distinguished colleagues, I remain Engineer Shehu Alhatu Tapoki, member representing Paskari Kankara Sabwa. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Katsina State. I rise to second the motion ably moved by my colleague, Honourable Dr. Chike John Okafor. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to Committee on Nutrition and Food Security, Agricultural Production and Services, Agricultural Colleges and Institutions, as well as Finance, under the leadership of a committee known as Committee on Nutrition and Food Security. The 15th order of the day is a motion on need to revoke the contract for the construction of flooded sections of the East-West Road connecting major communities in Bayelsa State. Standing in the name of Honorable Oboko Abonsi Zibe Ofoji. Honorable Ofoji is invited to move the motion. It's an infrastructure motion. If you can just make it as quickly as possible.
The Right Honourable Mr. Speaker, my revered colleague, Ofoji Abonsi Zibe Oboku is my name, representing Yenengwa Kulokuma Opokuma Federal Constituency. I'm from Bayelsa State. rise this afternoon to move a motion on the need to revoke the contract for the construction of the flooded section of the East-West Road connecting major communities in Bayelsa State. The House notes that the East-West Road is one of the important roads in the Federation which have significantly contributed to the country's economic and social development. It connects major regions, facilitating trade, commerce, and cultural exchange, thus improve access to market, industry, and social service. The House is also aware that the Federal Ministry of Works awarded the contract for the construction of the bus culvert for the repair of the flooded section of the East-West Road, Kayama Aweda section, to Rock Result Nigeria Limited in the early 2023. But the company has failed to execute the contract, causing traffic disruptions, loss of lives, and fatalities. Recall that on the 11th April 2024, the current Minister of Works, on an inspection tour at the East-West Road, praises Rock Result Nigeria Limited, but up till date, nothing has been achieved. The House is worried that the East-West Road has been in a dilapidated state for years, particularly at EAK in Aweda East Local Government of Rivers State, Ave in Patani, and Ume in Isoko South Local Government area of Delta State, connecting Bayelsa State to Rivers and Delta State and other parts of the country. I was also worried that the federal government has prioritized the coastal road over the crucial East-West Road, which is very vital for the economic survival of our dear country. The House resolved urge the Federal Ministry of Works to immediately revoke or terminate the contract for the construction of the flooded East-West Road to Rock Result Nigeria Limited and other contract and award same to a company with expertise and capacity. And 2, mandate the Committee on Works to ensure compliance. Mr. Speaker, my revered colleagues, I so move.
I like the passion with which you move that motion for your people. Very impressive. Iboson, 1 second.
Good afternoon, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. My name is Ibe Okwaro Songa Ukabo Hafia, and I represent the very prosperous people of Aruchuko Hafia Federal Constituency. I am from God's own state, with God's own governor. I am from Abia State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second this motion, ably moved by my brother, Honorable Lofoji. I so second.
Thank you very much. Motion moved, motion seconded. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to Committee on Works. Honorable colleagues, that is the last motion of the day, and I want to thank you for staying through just a little more, and we'll be done here. The next business of the day is consideration of report. The 16th order of the day is consideration of 5 reports standing in the name of the House Leader. Leader is invited to move for their consideration.
Mr. Speaker, I'm Professor Julius C. ON DSSRS. I rise to move that the House do consider the 4 reports in the order paper. I so move.
Minority Leader, please second.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I rise to second the motion that the House do consider the aforesaid reports. I so second.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Leader, please move that the House do resolve into the Committee of the Whole to consider the bills.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that the House, yes, we are expecting, do resolve to Committee of the Whole to consider the reports in the other paper. I so move.
Please, Minority Leader, please.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion that the House do resolve into committee of the whole. I so second.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The House hereby resolve into the committee of the whole. Please, members are asked to come forward, those who are behind, so that you can participate fully in the consideration of resolve. You can move forward to the front. Honorable colleagues, this promises to be as fast as possible. I urge especially new members to stay behind so that you can learn more during consideration of report. It's very important. Please. Most distinguished colleagues, the first bill to be considered is for an act to repeal the Federal College of Dental Technology and Therapy Act, number 8, 2017, and enact the Federal University of Dental Technology and Therapy, Enugu Act 2024 to make comprehensive provision for management and administration of the university and for related matters. I invite the leader to move the synopsis of the bill. Leader, please, 1 minute. I know it's education. You would like to speak like a professor. Please, 1 minute. I know some people are here because Honorable Bichi is in the house. That is a mini parliament.
Honorable colleagues, let's maintain decorum, please. Yeah, thank you.
Mr. Speaker,
You see why you should be coming for consideration of reports.
this
Honorable Bichi.
bill for an act to repeal the Federal College of Dental Technology and Therapy Establishment Act, number 8, 2017, and enact the Federal University of Dental Technology and Therapy, Enugu Act, 2024, to make comprehensive provisions for management and administration of the university and for related matters, HB 249, presents us with a very interesting and important opportunity to cure a lacuna in the practice of dental and other medical-related fields. Among other things is to train professionals, equip them with ability to engage in contemporary use of technology in dentistry. This relates to me very closely because I recently lost 2 friends who went to a dentist and from there to Gudu Cemetery. So this is urgently needed for Nigeria.
Thank you.
I urge us to support it.
I know when it comes to anything education, you wear your professorial cap. Thank you for making it very brief. The question is that 30 clauses, schedule, explanatory memorandum, be made part of this bill.
Clause 1.
Clause 1?
Clause 1, sir.
Yes, Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I propose an amendment to Clause 1, and this proposal is hinged on the approval of Mr. President when he upgraded the Federal College of Dental Technology and Therapy to a full-fledged university. That same release, the name was changed from Federal University of Dental Technology to Federal University of Allied Health Sciences, Enugu. I would therefore propose that we amend the name appropriately so that subsequent places where the name appeared as Federal University of Dental Technology and Therapy should be Federal University of Allied and Health Sciences, Enugu. to be in line with the approval of Mr. President. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Speaker, can somebody from Enugu State confirm this?
Yeah, before somebody from Enugu State does that, before Enugu State seconds it, although it's not, it's a federal university, it could be from anybody. The long title, you are, excuse me, Minority Leader, please go back to your seat. You are not yet done. Include the long title in that amendment.
Yes, sir. That's why I said wherever it appears.
Okay.
That covers the long title.
Yeah, right. Okay, I didn't
sir.
hear that. Okay, any seconder to that motion? I don't want to restrict it to Enugu alone because the school is in Enugu. I want Hajia to second it. Hajia has been in that space.
The Chair, Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable members of the Parliament.
Honorable Chairman, I'm sitting as Chairman now.
Honorable Chairman, I do second the recommendation passed by the Minority Leader. I so second.
Thank you. Motion has been moved for the amendment, and this has been seconded. Our own very dear Hajia. Those in support of this amendment say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. So, clause 1 as amended, carried. Clause 2. Clause 1 as amended, carried. Clause 2. 3 to 10. 10 to 15. 15 to 20. 21 to 30. Explanatory memorandum. Long title as amended, carried. Most distinguished colleagues, the second bill to be considered is for an act to, shadows please. The second bill to be considered is for an act to establish Chartered Institute of Auctioneers to provide for the control of its membership and to promote the practice of auctioneers in Nigeria and for related matters. I invite the leader to give the synopsis of the bill. Leader, please.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, when this came up for second reading, I think we made it very clear that it was important to set proper standards, register members, publish the membership list from time to time, provide opportunity for training and reconcile the trainings of local auctioneers and foreign trained auctioneers, in addition to providing consultancy services to workshops, seminars, and others. This is exactly what this bill seeks to have approval for.
The question is that 23 clauses, schedules, plenary memorandum, and the long title of the bill be made part of this act. Clause 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 21, 22, 23, explanatory memorandum, shadows, the long title. The third bill to be considered is for an act to establish Nigerian French language village as an inter-university center for French studies. And for related matters, I invite the leader to give the synopsis of the bill. Leader, please.
Mr. Chairman, this is a bill that I will urge my colleagues to support because we are in their need of professionals trained in the French language. In fact, with what is going on in West Africa right now, we need more products of this institution, essentially to train the students in the acquisition of proficiency in the French language, both in terms of speaking, of translation, interpretation, competence in writing, and so on. And to also provide an opportunity for students from the universities, colleges of education, and secondary schools to have immersion opportunities rather than going to...
Maki, please write the names of all the members who are here. I hand them over to Appropriation Chairman. I will give you instruction on that.
To some places where we're not sure what kind of trainings they get. This provides for that training.
Yeah, no, I know. I know why I'm directing
urge my colleagues to please support this for the establishment of Nigeria French Language Village as an inter-university center for French studies and for related matters. HB
Thank you.
136.
Thank you, my leader, the leader of leaders. Another French is also about education. You always smile when it comes to education. Why? The question is that 31 clauses, schedule, explanatory memorandum, and the long title be made part of this bill. Clause 1 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 30, 31, shadows, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. Your voice is sounding better now because I asked them to write the bill name for appropriation chairman. I'm beginning to hear your voice better. That is the energy. That's good. That is why we gave you that chairmanship, so you can add energy to the house. Because you see how all of them are smiling. That's good. Honorable colleagues, the fourth bill to be considered is for an act to establish National Rice Production, Processing and Research Institute, Ibemo Ekiti, Ekiti State, and for related matters. I invite the leader to give the synopsis of the bill.
It's just a migraine.
Honey, until we're completely sure.
Mr. Chairman,
Is the pain a tight band or pulsating?
with the
Good
current
question.
cost of rice in
Pulsating,
Nigeria,
like bothers me, nausea. I get these all the time.
You said you didn't feel what'd you call it?
An aura, I know. But
Exactly how often do you get these symptoms? I just asked since your boyfriend doesn't seem to recognize them.
essentially to improve scientific research.
Zane and I have only known each other for 8 days.
It moved fast.
Ellie, did you feel your foot twitch? No.
Positive Babinski?
What does that mean?
It's not a migraine.
Thank you very much. This bill is in support of the agenda of Mr. President with regard to food security. And it's about time we have institutions set up to be able to give professional assistance to the industry. And for me, it is a good one coming at the right time. So the question is that 19 clauses, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill be made part of this particular bill. Clause 1 to 10.
I was performing due diligence on my new roommate, who might be a violent maniac, and look what I found in his closet.
It's cute.
And the
He
proposal
moved
of
in
this
with
bill,
2
thank you for
suitcases.
going back
You
to
only
work on it. I remember this bill was stepped down before because we asked you to go and work on it. You did a good job.
4 pairs of underwear. How the hell did a pair?
Honorable colleagues, the fifth bill to be considered is for an act to provide for the establishment of the Federal University of Technology and
Make the
Environmental
cut.
Sciences
I'm a parent.
in Ekiti, Ekiti State, and for related matters. I invite the leader to give a synopsis of this bill. Leader, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. The bill for an act to provide
Jimmy
for the
Buffett.
establishment of the Federal University of Technology and Environmental Sciences in Ekiti, essentially to promote environmental technology, environmental chemistry, and allied disciplines, but more importantly, to create an opportunity for people to study the principles and practice of sustainable development, which represents a very critical aspect of current balanced ecology. I suggest that
Enthusiast.
The Margaritaville guy?
He has other far better songs, but yes, the Margaritaville guy.
conclude the third reading. I so propose, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Leader of Leaders.
It brings me luck.
I'm scared to think what your life would be like without him.
Bill, today is your day. The question is that 31 clauses, shadows, explanatory memorandum, and the long title be made part of this bill.
Can I have it back?
Those who come late, they should not write their name. Please take note.
And it's in a time like this where, we should be more technology oriented. So institutions that happen to handle issues of technology.
It's fun getting to know
should
you
be
better.
encouraged, and this happens
Worth
to
every
be
damn
one
bit of
of them. So
sacrifice.
the clauses are 31 in number, shadows, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. So the question is that they be made part of this bill. Clause 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 31, explanatory memorandum, the long title of the bill, the shadows. I'm sure the chairman rules and business. This is one of your luckiest days. He insisted I must do the other paper till the end, and this is the last part. I'm sure you're happy today. Keep a good job. I have referred to plenary to consider a report from the Committee of the Whole.
Mr. Chairman, I rise to move that the House do revert to plenary.
I was demonstrating a torch lift this morning.
House as Speaker.
Thank you very much. Minority Leader, please.
Mr. Chairman, my dear colleagues, I rise to second the motion that the House do revert to plenary to consider report from Committee of the Whole. I so second.
Thank you, Leader. Thank you, Minority Leader. Moving and seconding. Those in
Ballet
support of the motion that the
master.
House do
You're
revert
a
to plenary
dancer?
to consider
God, no.
report from
I'm
the
like
Committee of the Whole, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. The House hereby reverts to plenary to consider report from the Committee of the Whole. Mark, be mindful of those that we are texted as you compile the names.
the CEO. At my age, I'd be the Betty White.
Those who came late, I will mark X on your name, even if you write your name. We have taken note of you. We have the record. Thank you.
My respected colleagues, this is the chairman's report from the Committee of the Whole. The House and Committee of the Whole considered the report on a bill for an act to repeal the Federal College of Dental Technology and Therapy Act number 8, 2017, and enact the Federal University of Dental Technology and Therapy Enugu Act 2024 to make comprehensive provision for management and administration of the university and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 as amended, clauses 2 to 30, the schedules, explanatory memorandum, and the long title as amended of the bill. Most distinguished colleagues, the House and Committee of the Whole considered a report on a bill for an act to establish Chartered Institute of Auctioneers to provide for the control of its membership and to promote the practice of auctioneers in Nigeria and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 23, the schedules, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill.
We will need neuro and abdominal exams, x-rays for...
Most distinguished colleagues, the House and Committee of the Whole considered the report on the bill for an act to establish Nigerian French Language Village as an inter-university center for French studies and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 31, the schedules, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. My respected colleagues, the House and Committee of the Whole considered the report on a bill for an act to establish National Rice Production, Processing and Research Institute, Igbemo, Ekiti State, and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 19, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. Most distinguished colleagues, the House and Committee of the Whole consider the report on the bill for an act to provide for establishment of the Federal University of Technology and Environmental Sciences in Ekiti State, and for related. Leader, please move that the House do adopt the report from the Committee of the Whole as the working instrument of the House of Representatives. Leader, please.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that the House to adopt the reports from the Committee of the Whole and adopt them as working instruments of the House. I so move.
Please, Minority Leader, please.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion as moved by the House Leader. I so second.
Those in favor of the adoption of the report as proposed by the Leader of the House and seconded by the Minority Leader of the House, say aye.
Aye.
Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. The report of the Committee of the Whole is hereby made a working instrument of the House of Representatives. Leader, also please move that the House do adopt the vote and proceedings of today's section, because we are not going to be here tomorrow and next tomorrow. So it will become part of the working instrument of the Parliament.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to move that the House do adopt the votes and proceedings of today's sittings.
Minority Leader, please. Thank you. Minority Leader, please.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion that we do adopt our votes and proceedings. I so second.
Those in support of the motion that we do adopt our votes and proceedings of today's section, say aye. Aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Before we call for a motion for the adjournment of today's section, let me mention that we are very grateful that you were able to stay with us till 3 o'clock. We also apologize that we kept you longer than expected. The reason being that we had a lot that had piled up before now. But I'm happy that we were able to sort out all that we set out to sort out today. Let me also mention that I think going forward, when the Committee on Appropriation want to assist beyond what is in the budget or to issue any welfare, I think they will liaise with us to know those who sit during consideration of reports. That way we'll be able to have this full house and even more than this on a regular basis. I am using the gavel on this. Take notes. Chairman, Committee on Appropriation, take notes. When they come for assistance, confirm from the Committee of the Whole if they are participating in the consideration of report. It's part of their duty as members of this Parliament. We cannot have the hall empty. Most times we are considering the bills for which Nigerians send them to come here to do. I'm happy you are here today, and reduce the amount of your work and make sure you come here most of the time. I'm putting the gavel to it. Chairman. Good. May I call for a motion for the adjournment of this House? From you, Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The session has been so exhilarating. I would have wanted us to continue if Honorable Wivey has more work for us. Because we don't appear to be tired.
Honorable Wivey, for keeping us to this time, Leader is saying we have shown you we have the capacity to do it. Do you have more work for us?
20 more motions.
20 more motions. We are ready to go.
But since Wivey is not ready, he doesn't have any motion, the Speaker has led us to finish all the motions available. I rise to move that we do adjourn to upper week, next week, Tuesday. Same time, same venue. I so move.
Second from you, Minority Leader, wait. I think he wants to help you do the seconding today, the PhD. Yes. Let's hear him second it. He has been raising his hand.
Thank you, our most revered Speaker, the Speaker of the People's Parliament. I am Honorable Pascal Abodike, PhD, representing here the Federal Constituency. I'm from Anambra State, the leader of ABGA, and the Secretary, Southern Nigerian Caucus of House of Representatives. I hereby rise to second the motion for adjournment as ably moved by the leader of the House. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
This BH won't intimidate us.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
So what of PhD by marriage? So people can take.
All right. The motion has been moved by the leader and seconded by our own renowned PhD, the leader of ABGA in the House. Yeah. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The House is hereby adjourned till Tuesday next week, same time, same place. I didn't.